Someday they could be a prayer.
No, that's all getting stayed in. Variety, man. Change it up. Beautiful.
Yep.
Eating macaroni. Here, Harrison, bring us in.
Cam's eating macaroni and chicken. Bet you guys wish you had some.
Yeah.
It's probably a little cold now,
Sure.
but looks good.
Yeah.
So yeah, here we are, 4 of us
up,
at a
nerds?
table at the same time. Who would have thought? I know I didn't. So tune in next week, and somebody will be missing. It's kind of like a roulette game to see, if you put your Christian wagers in now, who's going to be gone next week.
Cast your lots.
Me and David are in a tight race not to miss.
Tight race, yeah.
Who do you think will miss an episode first, me or David?
Well, since it's at your house,
Yeah, but if I was gone, you guys could meet at your house or a central location with the equipment.
We're incapable without you.
Since
Take a gander.
I don't matter, it doesn't matter. Sad music.
That's a spirit.
It's like, what a dream. Come on! He was actually gone.
Find the laughing one.
He started it, but now he's gone. Yes.
well, I think
Full
I'm
circle.
the next individual that leaves town.
Forever.
I mean, if you don't count the fact that Harry leaves to Jersey every time
Yeah,
finish.
this is how it works.
Yeah, if you don't count that,
Thanks,
I'm the
Wow,
next
what a
person
blessing.
that leaves for.
He's like the best brother here.
Yeah. Other than the other one.
Yep. He probably is the best brother here.
Is that?
I mean, I'm not going to refute it if that's what you're
Being
looking
an
for.
explanation that Kaz just heated up your food for you. Really
Hey,
a
Kaz.
blessing.
Be a gopher and make sure this video is recording.
Where'd that guy go?
He had to leave. So Tyler had to leave.
His
I totally
mother,
missed it.
his mother
What's that?
rang him on the celly.
I have not been good at paying attention today.
Is that SD card important?
No,
It's just
this
a reader.
This is the reader.
There you go.
That's the car that the merchandise drives in. You know what I mean? All right.
I don't.
Let's did you write down the one number that we were going to call?
Yeah, we did.
I've already done all of them.
I know, but I
All
told
of
you
it.
we were going to call the one for sure. These.
This is not.
Well, if you're
He wrote it down.
What are your odds, Cam?
I
Yeah,
fulfilled,
call this
feeling-
number. Call this.
you
I
feeling
fulfilled
lucky?
half of my bargain.
Now you're ruining the whole shtick of it.
No, but I wanted.
No, you
Yeah,
have to.
I wanted to try and
And then
call
they got a
Wade
question.
tonight.
The Lord's sovereignty will be tested right now.
The Lord's sovereignty.
Lord's sovereignty.
I wanted to call
His-
Wade.
I'm trusting to the unseen hand.
What if for the conspiracy
If it
thing,
starts in
guides me through.
609.
if I gave the
It is.
answer and then you had to figure out what the question
What is
was?
this?
Is that?
Like
you-
Jeopardy.
Bro,
Is that
dude.
legible?
Oh,
Guys,
yeah.
guys, just in case you're wondering, Dustin is one of the last people who can write in hieroglyphics.
Yeah, his handwriting has not improved. You're cheating, dude.
Dude, I'm just
There's
looking.
Oh my
there's probably one
goodness.
right here.
You know what
Lord,
you know why
made
my-
a way in the wilderness. I pray that this
Why does
one-
this number look like it has a plus symbol?
Because it might. You know, I didn't. I
5
did
plus
not.
1.
I did
All
not
right.
find
All
out
right.
the
It's
root
actually
of
not-
why
it's
my
not it.
handwriting
It's
was
not
so
it,
bad
Cam.
Huh?
That's not the
until
one.
What?
I was.
Well, now that we put him
in-
back in, our odds are just difficult.
I just feel like these people are like, this guy's.
Yeah, that's it. Shake it up.
The actual joke is that people keep sending in their numbers, and we're not actually going to ever call any of
Never.
them.
All right. It's just. I don't know who that is.
Nope.
You don't know who any
Not
of these
throwing him
numbers
back
are.
in. This is like the whole defeats the whole purpose of.
Yeah, there's not.
Oh, we're just gonna do randomized grab.
For those of
bag
you,
as we
for
look
those
through
of you
every
who are
number.
listening and not watching on YouTube,
All right.
head over to
Welcome to-
YouTube and subscribe. But in the meantime, we have a cup full of everybody's number who they
Your
sent in.
Favorite
Guys,
numbers.
Pick one. We'll call this one.
Favorite
it.
numbers.
Lord,
We're gonna call this
bless
number.
it.
Whose phone is connected to the board?
Harrison's.
That
Is
guy.
it?
Let's connect your phone to the board. Can your phones make calls right now?
Yeah. Bluetooth.
What is
Roadcaster.
this?
You want me to read it or not?
Yeah.
No, do not read it.
That's a 6. I can tell from here. I'm right-handed, but I start and finish my letters like a left-handed person. That's why it looks so weird.
Forget device.
I don't know what that means.
Try it again.
Left-handed
No, it's
people
right there, dude.
and right-handed people, they
Other
start their
devices.
letter. Like if I were to do a C, a left-handed person or a right-handed person starts at the
You
top
good?
and goes
Oh,
down,
here
and
we
a
are.
left-handed goes the other way.
I go from the top and down.
Or I'm saying, or whatever, whichever direction it is. Like it's
Like-
all inverse.
I go like this.
Give me your phone.
E.
There you go.
Yeah, But when I'm saying, oh, you go from the top, right? Yeah, so that's right-handed. I go from the bottom and up.
Oh, well, I'm left-handed, and I go from the top.
I'm so confused now. It's one of the things.
It doesn't help the fact that you hold the pen like a caveman.
Okay, yeah. I don't know.
I love when these conversations happen and I'm doing something because I listen back and I'm like, what are they saying?
They're randomized.
All right,
the number.
here we go.
Point being, I start
can
in the
read
right
it.
places. It's not all the letters.
You can put it in because I don't even know what you're writing.
All right, it's 828.
Don't say it out loud.
Yeah. Did you guys see in the YouTube video when I cut out
That could be anybody's 828 number.
when I cut out her number and then I just put like everybody's talking but it's silent and I just put like a scroll.
You ready?
That's so funny.
I can't wait to say, you're listening to the Calm Down Fine podcast, and they say, who?
Who? This is Annie.
Again.
I would. Christian cuss.
Rats.
Dadgummit.
Yeah, burn.
Well,
Jumping G. Jehoshaphat.
here we are. Peak entertainment value.
I don't understand why these people send in their numbers if none of them are going to answer.
Well,
What's random numbers? I wouldn't answer.
Put it to an automated voice messaging.
Who is this?
8.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, man. In case they thought they would get past 828.
all right. Yeah, all right. Put that one.
Dang
We'll
it.
just call it again at some point.
Or not? They lost their chance.
Is this the one?
The ark's closed. That is
Just
the
get
one.
Wade's number. Call Wade.
That's cheating, though. He knows he has my
we
number.
were going to call him, and being so close to this episode,
Peek behind the curtain. Cameron always tries to rig the
All
system.
right, ready?
I just want to get someone who answers, and I'm pretty sure he's going to answer this time.
He's systemically.
But we put him in this cup.
Yes, we.
Hey, we randomly pulled your number out of a cup.
We randomly purposely.
Is this
pulled your
Wade?
number.
Wow, what are the odds?
Hey, wow, that was
That's
an
crazy.
accident. I think he answered.
Hello?
Hello?
Is this Annie?
I'm just kidding. It's me.
Oh my goodness! Oh
I was
man!
like, of course. But I heard a little Spanish in the voice that time, so that was a little bit better. Or, you know what I mean? I was like, was that your wife?
It was.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
my wife.
I was like,
Opposed to the other
that's what I was
female in this house.
expecting. Not
This
just a
time it was my wife. It
Yeah.
wasn't Annie.
What's up, Wade?
Yo, what's up, man?
He's a listener of the podcast. Everyone, go give Wade Thompson a
Wow.
follow on whatever social media he has.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say
Drop your
Lisper.
at, Wade. Drop it.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Well,
Well, it's not the first time we've called you.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, it's the first time I got it.
It's the first time you answered. What is up? Why
True.
didn't your phone? Why? Because you have two numbers saved in my contact. I don't know what that is.
So, what happened was.
Yeah, explain it.
So, all right. This.
Is this a long story
this
or?
has been,
I'm writing it down.
this has been the bane of my existence for like the last couple of years. When I got married,
yeah, it all starts
No.
there. It all starts there,
Yeah.
Wade.
Talk about that for a little bit.
Just cut the rest of the call. No.
I had to change my phone number, and so it was really hard to get my number back out to everybody. For the last couple of years, people have been like texting me and been like, "Dude, I've been trying to get a hold of you for days, and some lady keeps answering the phone."
Oof.
Yo.
Yeah,
And every time they think it's my wife.
it had to be. So I wonder if that number we called last week was just that number. Like we didn't. I wonder.
Wow,
Maybe,
We'll never
or
know.
it was
Call her
just-
back.
Dustin messed it up, you know?
Well,
I've never
Probably.
messed up a single thing in my life.
Probably that.
oh man, no, that's probably what happened. You probably dialed that first number right, and it's just her number.
I think. Well, because it looked like both numbers were the same. It's just they were one letter, they were
that's what
one number off.
Anyways, Wade, couple questions. What's your favorite episode of our podcast?
My favorite episode.
Besides all of them.
Actually,
What number is this,
the
like
real first question.
43?
This is
you
43.
43. This is 43. Yeah.
43.
That's a good
That's
guess.
David's age.
Bro, I'm the youngest
I don't
man
know,
alive.
dude. I really enjoyed the first, like, Bigfoot episode. I don't
18.
know why.
18.
All right.
You know,
You
that
had
was
to
a
memorize.
All right,
pretty good one.
concordance.
Huh?
This man.
Cam's
18.
But I'm not gonna lie. The episode though, that one where you get the audio. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. I did actually enjoy that episode.
Which one was it?
The episode where me and you just were utterly defeated.
Oh, that one. So
The one where you guys just kind of recap, you know.
Yeah,
the
yeah.
Greatest episode
So
ever
oddly
that never
enough,
aired.
Yeah.
our 3 highest episodes are number 18, which is Bigfoot, number 40, which is Bigfoot, and then the one me and David did that was just 48 minutes in utter defeat. Those are our 2 highest.
So you're not being original, Wade.
Yeah. No.
Way to just
So, no, that makes sense.
go with the
That makes
crowd.
sense. Yeah, that's cool. So in a battle, I don't know if you commented or we got anybody to. I don't know if you commented on any of our videos, but or our polls that we put out. Ants.
So is this about the ants
or the
12-year-old?
humans? What side are you on?
Or 12-year-old ants, because that would be pretty rough too.
Right. Well, let's stick with the script.
12-year-old ants have been there for a while.
Yeah. I think
So,
I think
they're
pretty
wise
slow.
ants.
Ants
Decrepit.
versus humans. Go.
All right, so I started talking about this. So we were listening to the last episode. Me and our youth pastor Justin were driving back from Texas, and I paused it and I was like, "All right, let me ask you, who do you think would win in the whole?" And I told him how many ants per person and all that stuff, and he was like, and I completely agree with him. He was like, "That is a no-brainer," and I was like, "Right?" And I was like, "Wait, what answer?"
Which one? Yeah.
And so, dude, ants would totally win.
No.
True.
No.
Attaboy, Wade.
All right, hang up the
No.
phone.
No. Hang
This
on.
man,
Attaboy, Wade.
He
This
doesn't-
guy is clearly on drugs.
Attaboy, Wade.
No, because think about it. I mean, if
I have thought
I
about
know
it.
people that
I know people too,
say-
Wade.
so the ants have the intelligence of humans, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know how dumb
So-
some humans are?
But like the
So I
2.5
think
million
that-
average.
Ants.
Let him talk.
What if the ants, because of their intelligence, they would go after the weakest people first,
Yep.
and that means when they get to the tougher people, there's
Mhm.
going to be so many more
Like
ants
a bunch
per
of
person.
bullies.
You don't understand.
All the nurseries
times,
would be overrun.
I have been fighting the ants
Nope.
in our church for every year. I
Well-
fight them in the church.
How
They're
many-
It's not my
everywhere.
fault. The ants are already
Would
smarter
you,
than you.
All right, no,
would
time
you
out,
say
time out.
2.5 million?
Time out. Wade, have the ants beaten you yet?
They've
Oh, man.
they've given him a run.
Have the
They keep
ants
coming
beaten
back.
you, Wade?
They haven't been defeated,
No,
clearly.
no, they haven't.
They haven't
defeated
beaten you?
yet.
There it is. Case in point, humans win.
Wade,
They're
Wade,
not ants with the intelligence of
yeah,
humans.
Wade. And do you think you fought 2.5 million of them at this point
God gave us dominion.
No, I don't.
that
think
are
so. I mean,
coming
I
straight
have-
at the
The jugular.
crevices of your face? Like I don't, you know,
So here's a.
they're gonna come for your mouth, your ears, your eyes, dude.
Somebody just recently told me this story in Texas, and I know we've talked about fire ants a couple times here. They were saying that at their house, the fire ants dug into their water supply, like the well,
Sabotage.
and they would turn on their sink, and fire
They'd just be
ants
like,
were pouring into their house. Like they just infiltrated.
They're
someone's
everywhere.
house, just like that. And those are stupid ants. We're talking about
Those are
ants
dumb
with
ants,
the
right?
No,
With
no,
no.
they
Listen.
have no goal.
Now, listen, I just one point that I would like to make, and then whatever. But there are people right now who think that they're actually horses, and those are the brains that these ants are going to have. It's not going to be like
No,
It's
dude,
like
no.
an
It's not gonna be a
average.
depraved human.
no. Listen.
They're not
If we're
gonna all-
talking
Studies
about
show if you say no loud and cringy enough, people will stop talking.
if we are talking about the average, you're going to take horse people with a genius, and it's going to equal like a David.
Right.
Well, you have the
You
average
can't
brain
get that deep
going
into
against
it.
the
It's just
average
gotta,
people.
Just got to be a human
No.
intellect of reason. Like,
Yeah,
you're
right,
not
but is
getting-
it
those
the whole
average
this whole
human-
argument is deep.
No, then
We've been
those
talking about
ants-
this for
you take
weeks.
the dumbest human
Yeah.
Yes.
and do it. And just
2.5, the dumbest
No,
ants will kill the
listen.
dumbest human.
No,
All right, we're
time
moving
out.
on. We-
No,
we're running out
wait,
of
because I sent you guys a video today
Yes.
about a
Redundancy.
guy who
Name Jesus.
nope, that wasn't his name.
Nope.
He was just an old white guy, and he
Catholic Jesus.
he made these mushrooms, these fungi that would the ants would eat it, take it back to the colony, and then it would mummify the entire colony.
Genius.
So we're already winning.
Case in point, me and David are back on team.
Those ants
But
weren't
we're
trying to
just
kill
talking
mankind.
Yeah, then
We're
they'll
talking
learn.
about
Hold on,
basic
time out.
ants here.
You get hungry.
Wait, what were you
Ants that
saying?
are trying to- the ants that are trying to kill us in the scenario are not regular ants.
All right,
They're
Human-
smart,
human
and their
brain.
goal is
You're right.
to kill the human race.
Yeah.
Wade, we
Bring it
know
on.
you're right. Next question.
We don't know.
We did an episode that we talked about. We won, by the way. Good job, Harry.
There we go.
You didn't win.
So we did an episode. We talked about
I'm gonna feed Harry.
cars in the winter. And I
know where
said
this is
I was
going.
talking to David in the episode, and I was trying to get Kazzy and Dustin on board with
Sorry, I screwed it up.
with telling David that the way to defrost your windshield is by pouring hot water on it. So,
Which didn't sound right to me right off the
yes,
get-go.
well, it would have worked if Dustin and Kazzy would have went with it, but they both like froze up and we did geek smiles and we're like, yeah.
Well,
anyways, yeah,
I miss the
yeah,
cue
say
to-
sorry
to
one
that.
more time. That's what we all need to hear.
I will.
Okay. So I heard that one of our listeners tried what we
Really?
said.
Somebody
I heard.
tried it.
I heard someone tried, and I heard that somebody was you. So could you walk us through this?
So I listened to that episode and I was like, wow, that is like, I'm learning something new today. That next day, like I told my wife, I was like, hey, I'll
No.
defrost the car for you. And
Oh, no.
I went and got a glass of hot water and poured it on the windshield.
But it didn't break, right?
It was a couple $100 to fix.
Did it break?
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh.
No, but then I sent a video of me doing it into a group chat that Cam's in, and he was like, "No, you didn't. You actually did it." And I was like, "No."
So
Yeah, dude, you got lucky because it's like a thing. Like there's a channel on YouTube that just and like Instagram Reels of just people just pouring hot water on their windshield and just like them taking a hot like washcloth
Right.
and just putting it on their side windows and just destroys it.
Yeah, the
But I
rapid change in
honestly-
And then
temperature.
Go ahead.
Don't spoil
After
it.
you questioned that I did it, I kind of had to take a step back and really think about it. I was like, "Wow, I might have just destroyed my car almost." You know?
Yeah, and I felt bad because, well, not that bad, but I was like, it was one of those things where I really didn't think anyone was gonna do it because it's well known, but David really didn't know, so I don't know why I didn't think other people wouldn't. I told my dad, and he looked at me, he was like, "Son," he's like,
We're getting sued.
he's like, "You're gonna get sued." I'm like, "Oh man," so, but.
Yeah, it was not my smartest moment. So now that I think about it, that really amplifies the fact that I think the ants are going to win because I poured hot water on my
Yeah, we
windshield.
shouldn't have done that. You should have done that.
The
One more-
humans are over here breaking their windows, and the ants are over here like, look at these idiots.
Look at these idiots. Do we have anything else? What do we got? We have you on here, so I want to ask you about the. Go
I have
ahead.
a popular question that we knew the answer when you were in college, but some people change when they're out of college. Wade, is Christ risen?
Yeah, he is risen. Had to think about it for a second, but that fact never changes.
When we were in college, with Wade, we would always say,
Yes,
to run the
Wade.
lab.
"Yes, Wade.
Yes, Wade.
Christ is risen. Is he risen? Yes, Wade. Yes." Anyways, 12-year-olds or you?
I mean-
are you winning?
Dude, okay, so I had to really think about this one.
You can
'cause-
take in pre-married Wade.
Your pre-fight, your fight weight, whatever you want to put in, you can put in.
So-
At peak.
are all of the 12-year-olds are they like the same build, or is
No,
it like
it's just
you might
a
have a couple?
random.
A random amalgamation.
Look up. Like I looked up average 12-year-olds in the USA, and I think I got put on some type of list. But, but I looked it up, and it was like they're gonna be 5'5" or 5, like between 5 and 5'5".
Yeah.
Like in North
Weight
Korea.
of like 120 to 95 pounds, something like that. Like it's the average, but then you have the above average that whatever. So I don't know.
So do they also come all at once, or are they like
Yeah, man,
coming
it's
in,
all at
like,
once. So we need to
waves?
set the parameters of this if this is going to keep going. It needs to be a certain like
Needs
like
to keep going.
a football field,
Sure.
2 football
Sure.
fields.
A football
Okay.
field.
How about this? How about a football stadium on the like the size of a football stadium? Like they come out of the tunnels and you're in the middle of the field. That's the
Like
arena.
a Roman Coliseum.
That's it.
Okay.
Fight to the death.
Yes.
Dude, put me in an elevator.
And they're
It
all
doesn't
coming out
matter.
at one time, and you have the fist that God granted you.
It's like Super Smash Brothers.
I mean, without the
It's just Super
without
Smash
the super.
children.
No magic
Super
no
Smash
no
Skulls.
magic hammers though, so
I'd like to think that I could, but I don't know, man. That's like a lot coming at you all at once.
You have
I mean,
no confidence in yourself.
he's just not smart.
But I would say that I'd make it
how many could you
I'd
kill?
probably make it like
How many deep in could you go in the 12-year-olds?
I think before they completely covered me over and they overwhelmed me, I'd probably take out at least half. I would like to think,
You run the bus.
thing
You're
is,
like
is
on
that-
bus when the
but-
kids get off the bus and they're walking like off the bus. That's basically what you're dealing with. Like
See,
those kids.
But at the same time, I feel like you'd be able to, because think about it. A 12-year-old punches you as hard as they can, and you kind of just like. Now,
Dude,
if I
it depends
punch
on where
a
they punch you,
12-year-old
Wade.
True. This is
All right.
true.
Well, how many crawling
But if
babies
I
could you take on?
Crawling babies.
Just pick a number.
If I were to punch a 12-year-old as hard as I could, there's something in me that says that kid's not just going to get back up. You know what I mean? So,
No, maybe
No,
never
no.
again.
Because 12-year-olds
Yeah.
are stupid.
They're also.
Yeah, what's the intelligence level of these 12-year-olds?
I'll
They
punch them
all
so
think they're
hard just
horses.
because they're stupid.
Yeah, it's the intelligence of the
I
average
punch
12-year-old.
12-year-olds just for fun. So I'm already prepared.
Just for fun. Just for fun.
It's just for fun.
for
Sometimes you wear sweatshirt pants in your room.
It's just for fun.
It's just for fun.
All
That's
right,
the greatest
Wade.
thing
What
ever.
what do you think would make our podcast better?
What would make your
Give us a critique.
Well, that's all the time we have, Wade. Thanks for...
Dun, 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 dun. Yeah,
Oh, that's now that I have you here. Here's
that's
my
it
list
for
of
you.
grievances.
No, seriously.
I don't know. I mean, I like it. I mean, a critique that I've heard is
Uh-oh.
okay. I'll
go.
shut up. All right, go ahead.
No,
No,
say
say
who
it,
they
say
are.
it.
Say it.
Just having more like organized like.
All right, I'm gonna bite him.
You know, basically Dustin needs to leave. I think.
I'm gonna fight him. Where does he live? What
Some
state's
more
he in?
organized train of thought out topics, information.
Yeah, maybe you could have a brain.
Here's a for instance, like kind of like honing it in. I was listening to a podcast earlier today that it's like a youth ministry podcast, but it was like very specific. Like you knew exactly what you were tuning in for. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
So you have no capacity for abstract thought. That's what it sounds like to me.
Dustin does well with
Wade's a
critique.
square.
It's like exit interviews. Dustin's not having it. He's like, absolutely not.
You're on the hit list now, Wade.
no, Dustin's
I was
actually
gonna punch him anyway.
Dustin is where it's at though. He kind of brings this flavor to the podcast that like it's great. I actually it brings. You guys kind of help hone him in, but
Still gonna bite
it's
him.
good.
It's a certain flavor.
Man, he's still gonna fight me. I'm complimenting him now.
He just
like,
wants to fight, dude. He wants to fight. I know. That's what he wants to fight.
Sorry.
Everyone, anyone who emails, he's like, I will fight you. No, that makes sense. The problem is, I don't think we could put out an hour and a half episode a week, and like the way we do it, it's hard to like put so much time.
Slow
in
it
the
down. I don't think you
schedule.
can understand the words coming out of your mouth.
Yeah, no, but at the
If
same
we
time,
let
it's that
our
critique
callers
there,
call
I
in and
like
talk
it
to
how it
Dustin,
is.
everyone's going to end up hating him because he keeps verbally assaulting our guests.
It's a
I
heavily
actually-
salted
I'm-
flavor. That's
I'm-
for sure.
I'm curious of what Annie from Texas thinks of Dustin because she doesn't know who he was. And
I know.
He was just being himself.
He totally
and-
forgot. And it was funny to see him coming to that realization. He was like,
He
oh,
went- yeah, full Dustin.
yeah. He's just like, bam, 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 bam.
I know. She's like, I used to work with abused children. All right, can you abuse them more, please?
Well, how many did you abuse? That would be my
Yeah,
question.
she was probably like, "Who is this guy? Like, what in the world?"
She didn't specify what she did with the abused children. She just said that they were there and she
cut
was
her
there.
off.
So
He's like, yeah, because you kept interrupting her.
I know because I wanted my end of the story to play out.
I missed it when she said Annie like the orphan.
Yeah.
I totally missed that.
Insinuating that these children that she abused were part of her coping mechanism for being an orphan.
All right, that's an implication.
Yep.
All
I'm a
right.
half orphan. Did you know that?
Sticking.
You were an orphan? Yeah.
I wish you still
I'm a
were.
half orphan. Only half orphan.
How does that work exactly? Yeah, it's like, oh, yeah, I know that. Could you remind us of all the
I
details?
gotta be honest with you, Wade. I thought orphan was kind of all or nothing.
No, it's half.
How does
Only,
No.
How
half,
does-
half?
Step orphan.
only one of his parents are dead.
Actually,
No, dang it.
Wade, go ahead and tell
Sorry.
Dustin.
Oh no.
He doesn't know that.
Oof, can we
Hey,
get a
Dustin,
can we get a
let you know
wah-wah?
that
Tell him.
my dad died of cancer, Dustin. Do you think that's funny?
I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at
Can we
you.
get a wah-wah?
It was so perfect.
Yeah, that's rough.
I'm done.
Wade, how
bud,
old were you?
hold on.
How old were you, Wade?
I'm going home.
I was 9.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're over it
That's
now.
funny too, Dustin.
I just think, that's plenty of time to get over it, right?
Oh gosh.
Sorry.
Such a jerk.
No, yeah,
done,
my
I'm done.
my dad passed away when I was a kid, but it's kind of my thing about it.
Wade.
It catches people off guard. Half the listeners were like, "Oh my goodness!"
Wait,
This got Dustin
the
on
video
neck.
right now. I've never seen Harrison or David laugh this much. Like they're dead. Like it's gonna be a great Instagram. Like they're so dead.
I look over, I see how uncomfortable
Dustin
Dustin has turned white.
Oh, bud.
You said I bet one of your parents died too.
I mean, that's what a half orphan would be to me. So, sorry.
Oh
You know,
man.
it kind of makes sense now.
It does, and I'm done.
It's a flavor, I'll tell you that.
All right.
Wow.
No, the greatest thing is just catching people off guard when they say something.
Yeah,
like,
we witnessed that. We just witnessed it.
I'm not gonna lie, it was pretty great for me just now too.
Yeah. Wow.
My dad's a racist. I'm just kidding.
Doesn't help.
Would
at
you
all.
rather have a dead dad or a racist dad? You can't have both.
Man.
No, when we were in college, there was me, my other friend, me and
Matt.
friend Matt Steepman, and Luke Scully, who he goes to Solid Rock.
Luke Skywalker.
All of us lost a parent. College used to put her we'd be like, half orphans unite. It was like the Three Musketeers.
My grandma's
And
dead.
we'd see how. No, that doesn't count.
Yeah, a lot of people.
We'd see how
Actually,
many
my
people we
grandmother's
get
birthday
off
was
guard.
today, and she's dead also.
Why
Rest
are
in peace.
both of my parents still living?
Yeah. I have no
selfish.
clout. I have no street cred because both my parents are alive. Oh, man.
Man.
I'm sorry, Lord.
Well, Wade, it's been great.
It has been.
Good call. I don't know if there's anything else. What?
Yeah,
After he talked
I
about his
don't know
father
if
dying.
it's hard
Well,
to
let's get
recover
rid of
after
this
that.
orphan.
Kaz went in the bathroom to
I
go
don't-
cry.
I don't know if it was as good as Annie from Texas. That was pretty good. I was
Well,
cracking
I
up
can tell
the
you
whole
one thing.
time I was
These
listening to
fellas
that.
didn't laugh near as hard as when you said, yeah, my father died of cancer when I was 9. And Dustin was just
Dustin's just over there laughing, making
no,
jokes
Dustin-
about it.
Dustin wasn't laughing.
Dustin turned to like,
He was like-
how do I recover
He's
from
like,
this?
what do I say?
Oh man.
Just,
Shook him. He wasn't ready.
the good thing I live right down the road. Go home
right,
and
bud.
Hit a telephone pole.
Thanks for answering the
It's
phone.
been real.
Yeah, it's been real.
Before I hang up, I gotta say something real quick.
Oh,
No.
Do y'all remember
No.
Mike Sidler from college?
I do.
Yeah.
No.
All right. Do any of y'all know his sister,
No.
Angela Sidler?
Yes.
Yeah,
You think
Angie.
she made like cufflinks, vision cufflinks for me at one point? I think. Is that her?
She might have. She's single and she needs a husband. So
Okay.
I thought I'd put that out there.
Okay,
on the,
okay.
on the-
Perfect.
Yeah.
Let me
so-
think.
Aaron.
Aaron Riddle.
Does she like Christmas?
Yeah. Yeah. Where is she staying on Feliz Navidad? You know, like Christmas. What does she think about? You know, music with syncopation in it. Just joking.
I think at this point she
Jose
doesn't care, man. She just needs a
Feliciano,
husband.
wish you a Merry Christmas.
Okay, yeah, I know who you're talking about. We'll I'll keep an eye out. There's
We'll
a
put her in the
Spanish-
system.
There's a Spanish guy.
Who's that guy? Who was on
Freddie.
here before?
Yeah,
Freddie.
getting hooked up with Freddie.
Oh, yeah.
in our church.
Yep. He's Mexican.
Yeah. It does not that matters because Wade's white. His
Yeah.
wife is Spanish. Is your
Yeah.
wife Spanish or like?
My wife, she is.
I didn't know
she's not Mexican.
Because sometimes it's like
She's not Mexican though. She's Guatemalan.
that's what I was gonna
It's
say. So
different.
It's like South
Mexican,
Mexico.
Spanish, everyone gets confused, and then like when I ever call a Puerto Rican Mexican, like
They love it.
They
they'll
want to.
fight
They
you.
want
It's the unpardonable sin.
Yeah.
to send hands towards me. I'm like, okay, I didn't realize.
They're natural fighters.
Oh, they don't like that. It's
No,
like
they
it's
don't.
like not a good thing.
good.
apparently.
All right, Wade.
Sorry about your dad.
Well,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're
I mean,
welcome. I backtrack everything I've ever said about you, but to your face and behind your back.
All right, man. We'll see you.
All right, guys. Have a good time and have a good rest of the podcast.
Yep.
Yep.
See you.
Peace.
All right. Peace out, guys. Christ
Can-
is risen.
Yeah.
Can we cut this the whole thing?
The whole thing.
No.
No, stuck.
No. Now.
We're back.
Remember Wade's like beater car? I thought that's what you were gonna mention when
Give me
you
that.
were talking about the cars.
This is gonna be my sign to like.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Hold on.
Hey, you want to see if this hurts?
No.
The shock collar thing.
Get away from me.
Oh, we got a shock collar. I don't want to. Should we
no
do
one
this?
want to try?
I mean,
No.
No, I'm good.
Dustin, you want to try?
I've seen this on America's Funniest Home Videos, and I thought I knew right then and there that I never wanted to do this.
But it's for the pod.
Yeah, but it's still like
For the pod, dude.
10 million
Why don't
volts.
you
For the
try it.
pod.
Why is this not
All right.
What level is it on? Let me see.
52.
7?
Let me see. Let me see.
52?
52. That's a lot more levels than I thought there would be.
It's up to 100.
Oh,
It's only halfway there.
Right.
that's how many 12-year-olds Wade would beat up. 52.
Not that bad.
As you
52?
give like a.
No, it's not like a.
What does it feel like?
No, he's just buzzing it. He's not shocking.
That's.
Yeah.
What do you think it does when it
Try
buzzes?
it. Try it. All right.
He's-
Dustin, you
shot-
try it.
No, I don't trust this.
He's lifting his finger off when.
It's literally. It doesn't. It's not.
All right.
Right. That's
All right.
52 though. That's like low.
That's low? 52 is low? Seems pretty mid to me.
Oh crap! That's wrong.
This is all lies.
Full gambit, full send to 99.
No.
No, I'm gonna lower it to.
To what?
What's it on your dog?
Let's do 1.
What do you put it on your dog, Cam?
52, I'm assuming.
100.
Why does he keep jumping, though?
Cause it goes off,
All right,
dude. What
all
are you?
right, all right. Listen, here we are. Man, I'm gonna regret this.
Put it
Not
on.
bad.
I just
Put
don't.
it on.
I just
Is
don't
this gonna
trust
wait?
this.
Time out. Is this gonna mess up my pacemaker? All right. So I just have to put a finger on each. Oh, it's vibrating. All right,
It's one in each
Your dog just
nostril.
got a text message.
Does it? You feel it?
All right. Now I haven't put my fingers on there yet because
Yeah.
I'm scared. All right, ready? Go. It's just vibrating. Nothing's
For
happening.
those who are like
It's,
listening,
it's
a
on
shock
4.
collar.
I like
Oh, it's
low.
on 4.
Yeah, it's low.
It's just vibrating. It feels like a phone.
Okay.
I don't think it's.
Now what is it at? Now
20,
It will-
30.
30. Okay.
It probably does.
It's still just vibrating.
Yeah, I don't think it's on the shock part.
All right, go.
It's probably
Go,
several
go,
settings.
hit it. Hit it now. Hit it.
It is that one.
Did it shock you?
Good.
I felt something, but it wasn't bad.
Okay.
I felt it. It's not bad though. It's not bad.
Here, put it on me.
I'll let those two play with it.
Look,
I like it.
What are these?
What was that?
It's 50.
look.
All right, hit
I
it, go.
electrocute myself on the reg, and I'm not doing this.
Yeah, I also will not personally do this.
I'm probably
Because my
more-
luck is if I hold it, you'll set up to like
Look,
80.
I'm more.
I felt that one. Oh man.
Nah, Dustin's trying it.
No way.
That ain't
bro.
It's not
bad.
Dude, it's not
It's
bad.
not
I don't care.
It's not bad.
I do this every day for a living. I've electrocuted myself more times than I could possibly
You want
count.
to try it, Harry?
I am
No,
not.
I'm good.
No,
All right. So
I'll play coward.
Dude,
Yeah.
it's so. Here,
High five.
Kaz. You want to try it?
Cowards unite on this
Cat's
bench.
good. We're all losers.
I had a
So I was just buzzing it most of the time.
I thought you were.
And I was just trying to get Dustin. I was trying to get it on him so I could zap him at 100. What we felt, I felt it that the one time I felt it was when I was like, and that was at 30.
what was it when it just got me just now?
30.
Oh.
Well, it was like 20 and then went up to 30.
Yeah. That's how I knew you were waiting for like these two, and then one of us would have been like hit with like.
Yeah, I was
like a
just
high
because it has a
number.
buzzer, just
Yeah.
buzz. And I was like, no, that's the shock sound, because that's what shocking does. It buzzes. Anyways,
So
So lie, yeah.
I've had a
it's not lying if you're trying to create content.
I don't think these are good rules.
Truth
Can we fact check that? We have a fact check department.
This is a great setup.
Cass, fact check it.
Yeah.
so I had
Do you want
a
to explain what we have on the table?
We have 2 bottles or cans of Monster, Cheez-Its,
I love
Yeah.
Cheez-It. Texas Pete.
Texas Pete,
Tried and true.
An empty
Coke
bottle
Zero.
of Coke Zero.
a call. This is for Dustin.
Yep.
Put it on your shirt.
Can you hook it up?
This is his
it's a
collar.
leash. It's a
This is his
retractable
leash.
leash.
So right now you have some. You have some.
Leeway.
You have no. You have some lenience, but when you say something
Just put it right on the thing. Or like
stupid,
in the pocket, like.
That's not good.
I'm just gonna.
Whoa, that's fast.
His neck comes across the table. Okay, so Wade has heard. Who do you think he was hearing it from?
Heard what?
His youth pastor.
I would also go out on a limb and say
His wife.
literally anyone, because that's what everyone says about the podcast.
Yeah, he's like, I have heard. Who are these people?
been
They're gonna
said.
catch hands.
Give us
said.
names.
No, I know that. I totally know, but honestly, I can't change it.
We
We do have the conspiracy corner.
I
in
do.
Florida, man. We're not doing that right now.
Oh, dang it. I'll start looking.
I have some funny stories
Hit 'em.
that I remembered. One was about Youth Ablaze that I forgot to say last week.
Oh.
I don't know if Cameron or Dustin will remember this, but on Friday night, Mark Stroud was preaching, and he was preaching. I mean, he was like preaching good about not quitting. He was like preaching about not quitting
Remember that?
and staying in.
It's a party.
It's a party. And I'm sitting in the second row, and I'm locked in. I'm like, boom, locked in.
Who got you those seats, by the way? We didn't say anything about that.
On Thursday night, some unnamed individuals.
Praise God.
Awesome.
Okay.
No, Thursday night we were running late, so the Manorazes, Heritage
Yeah, please.
saved
Our
us
church
some
has a
seats.
name. They brought 47
Seven.
people.
Oof.
I brought 19. So
not
And he
about
still
numbers.
saved more seats than we needed.
you have to understand, Youth Ablaze people. There's 150 people at the doors an hour before the meeting starts. Mm-hmm. They open the doors and it's just like, like it's just crazy. So we get ours, and I'm standing there, and I don't see Faith Baptist.
Guns drawn.
I'm like, there's Faith Baptist there. I know they have 47 people. They're going to be up in the balcony. Like,
Yeah.
and so I called him, like, where are you? He's like, oh, we're just
leaving
the hotel 20 minutes away. I'm like, dude, this is filling up. And he's like, well, I thought the doors open at 6:30. Open at 6. Meeting starts at 7. So I like grabbed all our guys, grabbed jackets and Bibles, and literally almost had to fight people for the seats that we were like, and we had to stand there until everyone was there. So, anyways,
Pays to know people.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
if you hear this,
It's a blessing.
that's me giving myself a pat on the shoulder.
It's a blessing when you're in special
when it should
music.
be David, but
So fast forward to Friday. This is funny. So Mark Stroud is preaching about not quitting, and I'm locked in, and I'm listening to the preaching, and I'm thinking about the preaching, and I'm like applying it to my life,
you're
and
amusing.
I'm locked in.
Yep.
My
Locked.
brain is set on just focusing on the preaching. Mm-hmm. And Mark Stroud leans over
Yes.
and gives me a pop quiz in the middle of his message.
How'd it go?
I'm locked in, and he looks down at me and he goes, "When did you get saved?" Right? And so my brain immediately snaps out of focusing on like not quitting and how I
You
can
were
help.
sleeping. We understand.
Yeah. So how I would apply this to the teenagers and so forth and all that stuff. And I snap back and I go,
12.
but I can't do the noise I say to Cameron every time he asks me a question. I didn't go, huh? So so he goes, when did you get saved? And I go, when I was 6. And he goes, so you've been saved for like 24 years? And I go, so now my brain is in hard reset. My brain is in hard reset trying to do math.
Yep.
It's been a long time.
43.
So he's like, it's been 24 years, and I'm like, I'm like trying to like count in my brain.
Technically.
And then he goes, how old are you? Brain still resetting. I'm 32. He goes, 26 years. I was off by 2 years. I was like, okay, sure. I was like, yeah, sure. Take it. Like,
Take it, buddy.
I've never been given a pop quiz in the middle of a sermon before.
I saw
Yeah.
that.
He worked
Roasted.
at a bank before.
So he's good with numbers.
Oh, he was like a from what I understand, I might be wrong, but I think he was like a
An account.
someone who lent out the money.
Lender.
Not he wasn't like
Not a loan shark.
I mean, he
Like a
was like
Christian
an
loan
upper
guy.
tier
Yeah,
of the
like a
bank. He
baby
wasn't
loan
like
shark.
just like at the front saying he wasn't a teller. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
He
was,
worked at a bank and he was climbing the ranks.
He was
of the bank.
the
So he's good at
banker.
math.
Yeah, pop quiz in the middle of his.
I was laying up those
honestly,
eternal awards.
I remember that. In my head, you probably didn't think so, but in my head, it all happened really quick. And I honestly, do you remember?
Yep.
I didn't catch any.
Well, the
delay.
first thing that popped in my head
Honestly.
was he's really, really close to David, and he probably wasn't expecting that.
Yeah.
Because he was talking about not quitting. He was giving examples. I'm locked in. I'm like, how am I gonna help make this help apply this to my life and to the teens and stuff like
Everything
that.
you were feeling, I felt in my heart.
And then in the middle of it, he just, and I'm like, just look up into his eyes, and he's like, questions, and I'm like,
Well, he also came up to, he was preaching out of Psalms, and he said, he was talking about the psalmist, and then he was talking about David's, like, Bible story, David. He was talking about David's life or whatever, and he puts his hand on your shoulder and said, "Do you want to be a David?" Remember that?
I'm like, yeah.
Yes, and yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and it's something like that.
Were you on the aisle or you?
Yeah, I
in
was
the
sitting
front
on the
row?
end.
When Mark Stroud, or some guys I know, you have to be ready because they're the type preachers that when they're preaching, they're yelling out names like Brother So-and-so, I know that if the Lord hadn't, and Brother Samson, if you hadn't, or Brother, and so you know that if they know your name, it could possibly come up.
Right.
As, Brother Manarazi went,
He doesn't even know my name, and it came up.
yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
But on
The whole
Thursday
message
night,
about you.
on Thursday night, he was preaching about being unthankful. And he's like, everybody amens when you preach out of Romans 1. And he goes, he's like, that effeminate crowd of stuff, the first thing on that list, it says they're unthankful. And he's this close to me. He's like, did you know the top of the list, the first thing it says they're unthankful? And I just wanted to be like, I'm not gay. It's not me. I'm not the one.
Why are you wearing a Pac-Man jacket?
It's not,
Now,
it's not
why
me.
do you look gay? Stop.
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, so that was the story. I meant to tell that last week and I forgot. But the crazy thing that happened this week, I was involved in a hit and run yesterday.
You started it?
Wait a minute. What kind of hit and run? Like
Did you hit
bang
'em?
bang or
Like a
That's a drive-by.
not a shoot and run?
yeah, no, it
David
was
hit somebody.
it was a hit and run. It was the end of my day yesterday. I'm in the heart of Wilmington, like in the middle of the city. And I'm like,
God rest
I'm
her soul.
going home, and I'm driving down, and it's the middle of the city, so you're not driving more than 15 miles an hour. And I'm driving, and a lady who was parked on the side of the road just goes, "Now's the right time for me to speed out of this parking spot."
Amen.
And she just goes, bonk.
Into you?
Yep, hits the back corner of my work vehicle, which I just got Monday, my new work vehicle.
Oof.
She goes, bonk, hits it. I go,
do you
I
have the
cannot
old
believe
one?
she did. Well, there's a story about that. So,
Oof.
bonk, I pull off to the side of the road. She pulls up next to me, looks at me through the window, and then drives away. And I was like,
Did you,
I was like,
did you
what's
get a
this?
license?
No, like when I say she drove away, I mean she like took off, and I was just like, "What in the world?"
It's happening.
Sorry, bud.
And then so I'm like, I cannot believe this just happened. So now I'm stuck in Wilmington because like I have to call the work people and be like, "The lady just hit me. She ran." So this morning I go to turn in the file, the paperwork and stuff, and they tell me that at that same day, yesterday, same day. They picked up my work because it's a fleet vehicle from Enterprise.
yeah.
They came and picked up the fleet vehicle, and then he leaves. Then Century, the company I work for, gets a phone call with the license plate number of that vehicle saying one of your workers is driving 100 miles an hour weaving through traffic down the road. I'm getting a picture of the license plate now. So, like, off the bat, the people who answered the phone were like, why is David driving 100 miles an hour weaving through traffic in his old work car? Like,
Well, gotta push that baby to the limits.
so they found out, they realized it was the Enterprise guy who came and picked up the car. So they called Enterprise and was like, your dude is just going
Booking
nuts.
it, yeah.
Yeah, so he ended up getting fired.
That's a lot of stuff happening. Oh my gosh.
It's been a crazy week.
Did they call you and they were like, "What are you doing?"
No. So it happened yesterday, like a couple hours before I got involved in the hit and run. So they knew I was in the new car already. The people who delegate the cars out knew I was in the new car. But the people who answered the phone are like, "Why is one of our guys
Right.
just going crazy?"
Yeah.
So then the people who like give out the keys are like, "Oh no, that's the Enterprise company."
But
So
what about the lady though? She got away scot free.
she did. She's gone. She's
Man.
probably
Bobbing and weaving in traffic.
yeah. She was with him. Just
Kazzy is here. First, that's nuts and that's hilarious. They called you in, where they called the number and was like, "Your guy's going crazy."
yeah. Like yeah.
So
On
weird.
top of that, I thought hit and runs were mostly just in movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is your car really bad damaged?
No. Like I said, we were 15 miles an hour. It was just there's some blue and black scratches
A
on
little
the
bit of blood. It wasn't that bad.
child involved.
Kaz is sitting here. You can pull up a chair, buddy, and like actually get in the conversation. I literally just forgot, but he wanted to be here because of the topic.
Oh.
And then now it's 11 o'clock. We haven't even touched it
We'll
yet.
get him involved.
Kaz,
But
take
if
it
you
away.
hang in there, bud, we'll get there. We will do it, even if it's not long. I bought a car Monday,
Oh, did
Right?
you?
so I'm driving it back, get it home, whatever, and I just had a feeling I had to go up to New York City to pick it up. Oh, we'll talk about it later.
Oh, okay.
No, it's actually a Telluride, a Kia Telluride.
Oh, I've seen those. They look
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
Good soccer mom.
Yeah, it's very. I like it.
Jason starts kicking it around.
Yeah. So I bought that and I'm driving it back. It's 20. You know, it's a used. It's not brand new. 2020. But I'm driving it back and I just had a weird
It's
feeling.
crazy that 2020 was 2 years ago.
Oh, he
like-
says 2020. I'm like, that's still kind of
Still.
new.
Yeah, well, I
That's
think
a
here
new.
2012. I think new.
Did you clean it for COVID?
No. So, anyways, I'm driving it back, and I have a weird feeling. I'm like, I'm gonna chip a windshield for some reason, and I literally told my wife,
Mm-hmm.
we're probably gonna chip the windshield. Last night we're driving. It's like 5 o'clock. The sun's going down. It's a real beautiful drive. Out of nowhere, a rock comes up. Out of nowhere,
Chips the
there was a
windshield.
car like 100 yards away from us. I don't know where this rock came from. Chips the
Same.
windshield.
That's crazy.
And my wife said, "You literally said last night
You're a prophet.
we're gonna chip the windshield."
First
Did you-
Super Bowl.
I don't know
Yeah.
what in the world. I just had a weird feeling like
Did you pull off to get a lottery ticket?
no,
Yeah,
you should've.
no, I didn't. But
First Super Bowl.
So
in my life.
annoying.
He's
What am I
so
lucky? What
annoying.
are my lucky numbers?
Yeah. Tell me my future. What happens next week?
I think you guys are gonna have a kid.
Next week? Whoa.
Preemptive hand clap of praise. Let's
Yo,
get
whoa,
this.
that's wild.
Congrats,
Let's read
Nikki.
some emails.
On serious note, real quick,
Yep.
we had our 3-on-3 basketball
Yes.
tournament, which was a success. We saw 5 teenage young men get
It's
saved.
wonderful.
Um,
Praise the
and
Lord.
the ones
All
the
lost.
ones that won the tournament are interested in coming to youth nights and teen activities and church and stuff like that. So it was a big time success.
Praise the Lord.
I didn't lace up because I wanted to give everybody a chance. You know what I'm saying? So
Too many dubs.
yeah,
That's awesome. We actually had last week. We had 2 kids get saved, and a teenager. So on a Sunday night, which was a blessing, and then last Sunday, so that was the week before. This Sunday, this past one, 18-year-old boy Tyler, actually his friend, came to church Sunday morning, got saved right after teen class. So that was a
Sweet deal.
blessing. So a lot of people being saved. Get geared up for the attack, because that's what always happens. People get saved, and the devil's like,
yeah. 5 teenagers get saved and then hit and run.
the devil's like. Anyways, we have some emails. We have a lot.
Of emails?
We have a lot of emails. We have a lot of stuff to read.
We're so
We're not
popular.
going to get it.
Everybody just loves us,
We're not going to be able to get all these.
except that one person Wade was talking to.
Okay.
That guy.
We'll start with Austin 1611. Hey. Oh, sorry. Hi. How are you all? I have been listening to all the podcasts since day one. I remember I have only sent one email, and I was on, I think, 3 or 4 episode. Okay. Homeschooler. I still love it, and you guys act just like me, and I'm 13 years old.
Oh.
Yikes.
That's
Roasted.
bad on our part.
Wow.
Man.
I think he was meaning it as a compliment, but son, that don't translate.
No. he's missing-
Well, I got to keep David's ego up a little and make sure he knows I remember him when he went to our church.
Ayo.
I would put my phone number in, but I don't have one.
Fair
Dustin,
enough.
But he has an
I
email.
think Dustin, he spelled your name wrong.
Dang it.
I
is
think
he-
that's how you spell it, but he is my favorite. Good job.
Dustin
is
got
he
another one.
emailing
of
you?
these.
Again,
right
like
now?
my sister Brooklyn.
Like his Nintendo Switch.
I don't know. I want his parents know he has this. He has 1611 in his handle, so blessed.
Through his Amazon Kindle.
Again, my sister Brooklyn Sherry. Okay. Again, like my sister Brooklyn Sherry, I don't have any money, so yeah, I hope you'll have a blessed day. ... Unflappable.
It's wild that he remembers me, but his sister did not.
Yeah.
And we were all at the same place at the same time.
She was probably busy on his phone.
This is funny. Speaking of Brooklyn Sherry, I talked to my dad, and he said that Brother Calvin never came to our church, and that he never met him.
Well,
People don't
I'm
remember going to that church
I'm
or vice
starting
versa.
to notice a pattern.
yeah, Seattle's weird, bro. It's like the Bermuda
Chances
Triangle.
Brooklyn is Brother
information.
Terrence was there for a week revival, and your dad didn't remember him because there's not a good track record we've got going on there.
Yeah.
He must have got the churches mixed up, so no, she doesn't remember him either. But that's not saying much. All right, Brody Knox,
This
remember?
guy.
My boy.
This guy.
So I love how you reacted to your first episode. It was great. I just got back from my trip in Hawaii.
Mm.
Wow. Y'all would save me from going insane on the plane. I think it makes me feel famous when you mention me on the pod. Anywho, stay unflappable. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your support.
Ants will win the war.
True.
What did he say?
Ants will win the war.
No, this guy's an idiot.
And then he
Cancel.
said, if I don't leave, he left his number or whatever. Please send your number ahead of time so I know it's you. I don't want to answer a call, but my car's extended warranty. I guess he's old enough to drive. This
We
is
should
funny.
start it off with this is your car's extended warranty.
That would be pretty funny.
Yeah, we should.
We've been trying.
Okay, this is from Hannah Fencart, our mascot. Okay, first off, that song by the Walking Deacon Brian was hysterically painful. Second, we had a deacon of our own here in Laurel that at one point was riding in on our church bus. His name was Deacon Charles, and he was certainly an interesting fellow.
Mm-hmm.
He came up to one of our workers one time on the bus and handed them a broken pencil and said, "Here, this is the sword of the Lord." Then proceeded to go back
And
to
of
his
Gideon.
a broken
Look
pencil.
at us knowing our Bible. That's King James.
You want to
right
go?
there.
You want to go make an ephod?
All right, here we
That's
go.
just
Sword of the
it's
Lord.
Like a shiv in like
Then
prison.
proceeded to go back in prison,
It's
just
the prison sword of the Lord.
proceeding every shiv like. So-
He stabs someone. Gideon, go.
Oof.
shiv of
You're
the
gonna be
Lord.
so confused.
The shiv of the Lord.
That's beautiful.
It's like Ehud right there.
Yeah.
The dagger.
The dirt
Where he
came
was,
out.
where he was sad. All right.
Stuck in
The
there.
broken pencil said, "Here, this is the sword of the Lord." Then proceeded to go back to his seat. Later, that same bus trip, he gave that same bus worker a plastic makeup compact and said, "Here, take this.
Wait.
It's 14 karat gold." Then proceeded to walk back to his seat. So not all people like Deacon Brian come from New Jersey, David.
Well,
I don't know what that last part means, but
So she's saying no, not all.
they have their
It was
crazy
your
deacons
story. You brought the story.
oh, okay.
Whatever.
Okay.
It wasn't a. Like,
All right. Why did he have a pencil with? All right, the pencil
Sword of the
is
Lord.
not crazy, but
Have you getting?
this dude also had like compact makeup.
Too. Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't?
I love how you say yeah, like it's a normal everyday carry.
You
Yeah.
don't have yours? Yeah, my
Huh?
pocket case right now.
It's packed. Look at this thing.
Seth Hayes says pre-workout. Call me. I will answer.
Mm.
Wrong.
All right, I
Negative.
have some. I'm going to save these because. All right, here is. We'll save some of these for another time. Dear sirs, this is Jacob Shoemake. Bigfoot is real. The moon landing was fake.
Amen.
Okay. Not only could I beat 112-year-olds in a fist fight, but I believe I could beat 212-year-olds.
Who is this guy?
It's confidence.
If the ants had our intelligence and they turned on us, I believe that they would win.
All right.
Oh,
never
now
mind.
he's an idiot.
Never mind.
I
He
hate
can beat up
stupid.
200 human beings, but he can't
200?
fight
That's
some
a lot.
ants.
You're a
200, Dustin, could you beat 200?
absolutely. Give
Who's
me
this-
1,000. I'll fight them all.
Who's this
We
guy?
will fight them,
Nothing.
but will you
fatigue
win?
at that
I'd win.
point. It's
Absolutely,
fatigue.
I'd win.
200?
Yeah,
1,000 is kind of a lot.
I'd win.
David, 200?
200
212-year-olds?
Fatigue.
Yeah, I think I would get bored.
I would-
Honestly,
yeah.
200,
After
I'm like,
the-
you know what? I
After
just
the
wanna-
120th person, you're just pummeling down the ground. You're
You're
like,
just like rocket.
Yeah.
guys, can you just give up?
It's
No.
like, I want to go
Like,
home.
do we have to do this like 60 more times?
Can I have a lunch break? I don't.
Didn't your mom like pack you guys like orange slices? Can we just sit this down for a
Why,
second?
why are we doing this? This is.
Here, go drink your high C in the corner. We'll reconvene.
It blows me away that this guy thinks he can beat up 212-year-old human beings, but can't win a fight against ants.
It's fair.
They're hard to punch.
It's crazy.
Every time you swing, you hit the ground. It's like,
Exactly.
Why is everyone?
If the ants had our intelligence and they turned on us, I believe they'd win. I'm with you. Most of all, I don't believe that Ruth even exists. Oh.
Got me.
Oof, oof.
She's going to have to call in.
Well,
Yeah. You have to call in. But I believe that Harry is secretly dating Lily.
Who's Lily?
got
The
me.
one from Alabama.
Is that it? Is?
No.
No.
That's not
That's
the one.
Ellie.
That's not the
Who
one
is-
you hate. Lily
who's
is
Lily?
also from Alabama, I think. I don't know where she's from. She's an emailer.
Now I feel bad, though. None of us remember who Lily
No,
is.
put it in right here. Look, Lily.
Oh, wait. Is Lily the dry bones?
Lily of the Valley?
Yes, yes,
Lily was
yes.
a person that was like,
She talks about the dry bones.
Yes,
yeah.
here it is.
She has no bones.
Lily
that
Brown.
are
You
dry.
got dry bones. Good work, Dust.
She talked about my laugh, I think.
Yep. That's.
She like made fun of my laugh.
Do you
I remember
understand that of all of the
yeah,
people here?
Cam, it's fine podcasting. Cam was laughing like a 134-year-old old woman who's been constipated for 3 weeks, and
That's
then
right.
in brackets, sorry, Cam.
That's really specific. How many 100-year-old women that have been constipated?
134.
Harrison is the
134.
only man here who has women fighting over him.
He is.
It's true.
They must
so.
not. Whatever. Anyways,
Stop it.
That's back.
And Ruth won
All right,
the
so
fight.
Ruth won.
Harry's dating Lily. I'm
Undisputed.
sorry, Harry. That's just the way I feel. And you know what, Jacob? If you feel that way, it's
Yeah.
truth.
It's your
Jacob?
truth.
P.S. I'm on Team Dustin.
For what?
Just
For
the
being-
You're
Life.
everybody. We told you were everybody's favorite.
Yeah.
Follow my advice. Always buy grain.
Grain.
You heard it,
Grain.
folks.
Like-
You heard it here.
Whole grains.
Like
Okay.
grain.
might as well include my number 2, Jacob Shoemake, Bigfoot lover. Cool. All right, we will save. Oh man, let me say. All right, we'll give this just because.
Is that him?
Yeah, I guess so.
What?
We'll save this for another episode.
Is that a profile?
We'll just do it.
Dating
Anyways,
profile?
Brody Knox, Space Coast High School CFJ ROTC fundraiser. So Brody Knox is help me reach my goal for 2023 Space Coast High School fundraiser. Please help by donating or sharing. Thank you for your support. It has that in there. He used that from our podcast.
Thank you for your support. He
All right,
really
so
did.
basically he says so you might get a donation request from a vertical raise. Just know I want your money for a good cause. My
That's what they
program,
all
my
say.
JROTC program, we use the money to do fun activities like military ball. Like the military ball. I get it if you don't want to, just try. All right, if you all want to donate to Brody,
After subscribing and donating to us, then
go donate
priorities.
to his fundraiser. I will go donate.
Okay, I'm just going to
those
donate
are
right
monthly,
here.
Those are monthly
Nine-
funds.
Oh, wait, hit
We got $90 out of 500 so far.
donate now. Let's see.
Dude, he's doing this on air. You guys are seeing this live?
Let's do
How much he...
$10.
Oh, snap.
That's like
Making it an even 100.
Yeah, we'll even them out. Cover the transaction fees. Sure.
Speaking of 100, David,
Employer name. I don't need.
we reached.
We did it.
Oh, we've reached 100 subscribers on
almost had it.
YouTube.
Yep. Now
I thought we were going back to fighting 12-year-olds.
No.
Yeah, we finally
almost had that
did it.
segue.
We
It was just a stall tactic.
Wouldn't it be so funny if
we was
it says enter your employer name, double your donation, enter your employer in the box below, and our automated system will send your donation info to them to be matched. So it's basically going to send it to my father to be like, hey.
Can you also give money?
Just put Jesus. Jesus is my employer.
It's so funny.
That
Okay.
would be pretty funny.
I'm going to finish this donation. But
yeah,
let's
we
get to our episode, what we're talking about.
Let's do it. All right. Today is the topic of how to survive the zombie apocalypse.
Dun, dun, dun.
We have a button for that.
Do we? I don't think we do.
Yeah. It's like the purple one.
It's not the purple one.
No, the other one.
Nope.
The other
Like blue?
Nope.
Yeah.
Not quite what you thought, but
Yeah. So the
Colorbline's
zombie
crazy.
apocalypse, it is inevitable. If you go to
If you missed a rapture.
Philly, you'll see it.
Yeah. Or Baltimore.
Or Baltimore.
Just pick one.
Or Hartley.
So it's hardly. How would so
Or San
essentially what the
Francisco.
question really is? How do you survive in Baltimore?
Faith Baptist.
What?
Hey,
You put
Depending
in
on
your
the
credit
day.
card information? Cam's really committed to this.
Yeah,
Dude,
I'm
he's-
definitely doing it, bro.
He's sending it up,
I'm
bro.
not going to like say it and then not do it.
dude.
Oh, Kazzy. That's
I
why
support-
Kazzy's here. Because Kazzy, I fully
This is-
believe 100% would survive the zombie apocalypse.
This is what
I think he would
lives for.
thrive.
This is what he wants.
been ready for
he's
this.
waiting for it.
He's
He's
probably
praying about it.
actively funding research to start, like
Yeah.
the
Start a
Wuhan
zombie
virus
apocalypse.
started, like the COVID Wuhan, whatever, started in the Wuhan.
Kaz had stock in that company.
He's been
Kazzy-
donating $20 a week.
It would start like
For
whatever it's
17
called.
years.
Kazzy would have
Yeah.
tight ties to
Like,
the place.
Bioengineering companies,
He's
all
rooting
in.
for it. He prefers a zombie apocalypse.
Genetic modifications, all in.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, human engineering, all in.
So,
These
all
guns
right.
aren't going to shoot
Yeah.
themselves.
Medicine, no.
Let's set some
Mandatory vaccines.
All right, here's the premise: everyone who got vaccinated becomes a zombie.
Yeah.
I'm safe.
I'm safe.
I'm safe too.
Yeah, I'm also safe. You're not? I am safe. I'm not, yeah.
Are you infected, Harry?
Nah. I've had COVID too many times.
No, honestly, I don't care if you got the vaccine or not, but
No,
just say
speak for yourself.
That was actually a thing. Like people were saying.
People were really.
Did you hear about the zombie type thing? Like if you got infected, you're gonna your brain's gonna melt and you're gonna start rotting away.
Turn into
People say
Alex
weird
Jones,
things.
you know that
Yeah,
type.
people say weird
Yeah.
things.
The frogs also.
So how are we going to talk about this? Are we going to talk about what we think we should do, or are we going to talk about who we think would survive?
Harry, set the parameters of who you can bring first.
So I said in like we were like figuring out things. It has to be some parameters. It's not gonna be like, all right, what 4 of your best friends you're gonna pick for the zombie apocalypse. That's kind of lame. So you have 3 people you have to bring with you. Obviously yourself included. It has to be, you know, a politician, an actor, and pastor / Bible teacher / somebody of the cloth
Who's alive?
who's alive. Not
Okay.
Jesus. So
that'd be number
I mean, he's
one.
alive, but you know, we can't say Jesus.
Did you see the video or something?
As Wade would say, Christ is risen. But we're not talking about that kind of risen. We're talking about undead rising. So
All right, so since you've given the parameters,
you have to pick your 3 of
Who
who
are
you
you-
think would be.
who are your 3?
I mean, yeah, you.
Thank you. All right, Brody, you got $10.
I didn't set parameters of denominations,
Attaboy.
so
Go have fun playing.
Joel Osteen would not be a pick though. I'd probably like the Copeland guy who like
Copeland?
talk about like he has a private jet
Yeah, dude.
and he has like
Absolutely.
he's got money. He's got his mega mansions. So I'll take him. Either him or like a TD Jakes I feel like would do well in the zombie apocalypse.
I don't. But would he?
He's got money.
Okay. What?
He's got money,
What's he
property.
gonna throw wads of money at zombies chasing him?
He's better than like, you know, some of the, I'm not taking like a pastor
Can we
like
pull
the
from
25.
the past here?
What?
Can we pull from the past?
no.
Tell me
They have to be alive.
Let's be
Yes,
alive.
they have to be alive.
But what if they're dead?
Then they're not alive.
they're live chasing you.
Yeah, then they're
they're alive.
CDC offers tips to survive zombie apocalypse.
No, what's
Just in
number
case.
one?
That's legit. Like this
Cope.
is legit.
number one is
Yeah.
do you get vaccinated?
Eat bread pudding.
Yeah. Take the COVID vaccine and all boosters.
No, that was when they did like how to survive a nuclear. They were like doing 2020. Like CDC put up like new COVID protocols on how to survive a nuclear holocaust. Like just because you're in your fallout shelter doesn't mean you should be within 6 feet of people. Like,
That's
okay.
ridiculous.
No, that was like.
There are bigger fish to fry if the world's come to that.
So if you've resorted to the undead walking around, make sure you social distance.
Better get that jab.
All right. So, Dustin, real quick, who would your three
So
be?
would we go by? Are we
A
gonna go?
politician, right?
Yeah, we can go by like category, like what preacher. Yeah, there could be a loose sense of the word preacher. It doesn't necessarily be Baptist. Would you take with you as far as most capable? Can't be your dad.
I don't think you should be a preacher. I think you need to add something else. Wild card.
A wild card.
Yeah.
So an extra
Because
person.
as far as preachers go, I was just gonna try. I was like, man, what preacher do I know has the most guns? And I was like, Michael Easter, maybe. He's got ammo for days.
My dad, for sure. Let's do wild card. So you can just.
wild-
So it's
so a random
politician.
guy?
Politician,
What was the other one?
An actor.
an actor,
Actor.
or a wild card.
Wild card.
Wild card for your third.
So
You get 3.
Yeah.
as far as actors go, I'd probably take maybe Keanu Reeves.
Probably like Chuck
Was
Norris.
that the guy off of?
Chuck Norris.
Was that the guy
You,
off of?
you don't need anyone else if you bring Chuck.
Yeah,
John Wick? That's what I was
John
thinking.
Wick.
I literally was
Keanu
thinking
Reeves.
I would take Keanu Reeves.
that. Reason
Keanu Reeves,
being,
he does shooting. Yeah.
It's
he does all the stuff.
Yeah, he knows how to fight and shoot very well.
Tiger Woods.
Little dated,
And what?
but he's got guns.
Tiger Woods
yeah, and he knows
can
how to
take
use
a beating and keep on ticking. That's it. Keeps on coming back.
Now
You know
wait
that?
a minute.
My wild card
Mm-hmm.
would be Dustin because he's so good with explosions.
I don't know. I feel like
Got
if we're doing a wild card, I would either say like Elon or Bezos. They've got something.
Don't make him rethink his decision.
They've got something. I'm in nuclear fallout shelter. I'm sorry, Dustin. I'm surviving and thriving in like Iceland.
That sounds
Yeah.
so boring.
I love how at the end of this thing it has an article on cellulite.
Okay,
Well, cellulite's a real problem. Dude.
Yeah.
It's like
and then
how to survive a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah.
Also, are you struggling with cellulite?
If you're running from the dead, it gets rid of those.
Gets rid of those pesky lines.
wait, and what was the third?
Wild card,
politician.
politician, actor.
I don't know who I would take for a politician.
That's where it's like, yeah.
I was gonna say, well, I won't tell you.
You say Darren Crenshaw.
Dan Crenshaw.
Crenshaw.
He's the guy with the eye
the one
patch,
eye,
right?
He only has
Yeah.
one eye. I'm not taking him.
Yeah, bro. He won't see anybody coming from his right.
He's like, you got my 6? Yeah, more like your 3.
Yeah, man. Got 3 to 5 covered.
3 to
What would
5.
it take?
I don't know. A politician. Which politician would I take?
I know exactly which one I take.
It has to be someone likable. We get to deal with other survivors too.
Why are you saying no every time we ask?
Because it's not my turn yet. When it's
Okay,
my turn,
okay.
I'm just saying.
It's a group discussion.
I cannot believe you're actually abstaining.
Mm.
Dustin, who would you take?
I abstain more than I don't.
I don't know who that is.
What?
I said, who would you take?
Who's
Oh,
I
I would.
aggressive Texan.
Okay, my 3, starting with a politician. Politician would be Rand Paul, 100%.
I don't
Number.
think he's sturdy. I think he's on the back 40.
I'm talking-
Like a survivor. Like
Yeah,
a
I'm talking.
survivor
I'm talking about.
mentality.
I mean, the man has like hundreds of guns.
listen, I'm
he's-
taking-
Yeah,
I'm taking
He's
a Clinton.
probably of all the conservatives the most pro
they'll
gun.
kill themselves.
So I would have him with me.
Yeah, I'm taking a Clinton because they know how to.
Well, they're more into suicide.
No, that's what I'm saying. Is all the zombies will start hanging themselves. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
where all the zombies got into the same car wreck.
I take.
I feel like a wild card would be. Does Putin count as a
Oh, yeah.
politi-
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Putin right now is ruthless enough where I'm like, and what if I go like to North Korea and then I'm like just facing a whole bunch of 4'2"
Zombies.
zombies that are like
Malnourished.
they're malnourished.
They're already zombies in North Korea.
Mark Cantona jumps up. Actually,
I feel like
5-1
if they're on my team
or 5-5.
without any like fear of betrayal, I would do like a dictator right now. You know, I'm either like going Putin, going Kim Jong Un, you know, some crown prince of the Saudis. Like,
Why
you
you keep
know,
doing
not
this?
messing around.
Why are you bobbing and weaving?
I'm not gonna go like, you know, Trudeau from Canada.
Cats, who you got?
I would have to go with Kylo Reese, like David said, because he's just, from what I heard, he's just, knows a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then, let's see, for a politician, that one's kind of hard because you don't know any politicians. No, I don't like them all.
Mike
So
Clark
pick
for
one.
assembly.
Pick one and then just sacrifice them.
Mike Clark for assembly.
That's right.
That's what I was thinking. I would just take one to sacrifice.
AOC.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna.
Throw her
Nobody
to-
wants her either.
No, the zombies should just walk around her. Like,
just in case.
AOC
And then
is
my
free
other one would
repellent,
be-
honestly.
Yeah.
An actor. Actor. A wild card would be. Would have to be probably Dustin because he's just.
Ron Swanson.
Dustin gets
Are you
it.
kidding me?
Yeah.
Guys, this is actually insane.
Did it knock
Cellulite is a bigger
I
problem than we
looked
thought.
up the best in shape politicians
Okay.
just to see like what we're working with. This is
An ad for CrossFit?
This is propaganda.
Oh, okay.
This
Joe
is
Biden
propaganda.
Is the most fit.
President-elect Joe Biden is
No
number
way.
1 on the list.
No way.
Look, it shows him.
Dude,
It
he
shows him
can't
running
handle-
with Obama.
He can't
And then the
handle-
next up is Kamala Harris, and she's doing like a video on TikTok, like a dance video.
Bro, there's not a chance.
She can't.
you kidding?
He can't handle the steps. You saw he
She-
fell again.
They're the first ones on the list of 20.
Listen, Joe Biden
I guess
legit
they're-
would lose to the ants
That is
and the
propaganda.
12-year-old.
I mean, if
That's
we're
like
being
what happens when
totally-
North Koreans type in on their search browser, who is God? It's their boy.
I mean, that's insane. You're like,
Kamala Harris?
like I would.
And then the third down is this dude. I don't know who he is, but he's yoked.
I would take that guy.
I know he's yoked. So
He
how
looks
are we
legit.
comparing Kamala Harris to him?
So do you think Joe Biden would beat that guy in a fight?
Joe Biden
Apparently,
against
I
112.
don't
What's his
know.
name?
If you
they
pick-
would just confuse. He would confuse them.
If you pick Biden,
Okay.
you do
that
have
American
resources.
sniper guy.
Okay, so this guy, Representative Mark Wayne of Mullen, Mark Wayne Mullen. He's 43.
His name's Mark Wayne.
He's
As much as you hate it, if Biden's on your side, you have all the access to
Wow.
the military.
okay. He is
If
a
the zombie apocalypse pops off, you really think Secret Service is going to be like,
he's a former college
stick with
wrestler.
him.
You have to let democracy
Former-
prevail.
This guy's a wrestler, MMA fighter, inducted in the Oklahoma Wrestling Hall of Fame 2016, hosts a regular MMA style workout routine for fellow Congress members in the
Now,
House.
caveat here.
That guy's
I don't
the
know
man.
if you realize this or not, but you don't really want to wrestle zombies.
No, but he's
No,
in
'cause they
shape.
stink.
They said if
They
you're
cheat and
if
they
you
bite.
can't if you can't run a mile,
Uh-oh.
Chris Kumo, Andrew Kumo, 63, he's on there.
Oof.
This
Absolutely
certainly
not.
seems like it's biased.
I want to see someone I know.
Does Arnold Schwarzenegger
Governor Phil
count?
Scott. I was thinking him.
He was
Not
the
even-
governor. of
Tim
California.
Ryan, 47. We need Mark Chuck Grassley,
87? Yeah, I'm
He's
not
in the
picking
best shape of
that
his life, dude.
Mayor Ron Nirenberg,
Nirenberg.
Nuremberg, whatever. Who is this? Cory Booker? Absolutely not.
I've met him. No
Mitt Romney.
He's got money, right?
No.
Dan
Crenshaw, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh, Crenshaw, Rhino. Anyways, Ocasio Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
All right, so
I don't.
Pete Buttigieg. There we go.
What?
He was in the army.
He's like in his 40s, so he's better.
38
shape than
is
the
according to this article.
Yeah.
He's in better shape. than the others.
Anyways, I'm taking Representative
Mark Wayne,
this guy just because he's got bulging biceps. Not
guy
like
you
I
Harrison.
know.
just
I
discovered.
know I've
Where's
already
Stacey from?
referenced him once.
Well, he got inducted to Oklahoma Wrestling Hall of Fame, so I
Oklahoma,
assume
I just assume.
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma's a lot of empty space there.
Yeah, that's where you're trying to go. Zombie apocalypse. All right, Dustin,
Yes.
it's outbreaking.
And one country to choose.
Here we go.
Do we want Kazzy?
What is your
So,
Kazzy? Pick yours. I haven't even picked my people
He
yet.
did. He did pick his people.
I'm gonna pick. As far as actors, Mark Wahlberg.
Mm-hmm.
He can hold his own. He can run too. Mark Wahlberg. Wild card. I'm taking. I had the guy in my head and I forgot. I'll take Kaz. Because I don't know how many bug out bags he has.
27.
I'm talking. He's prepared. So taking Kaz.
Actually, I'm changing my wild card.
Dang it.
To my wife because I can't live without her.
Oh!
Well,
Oops.
Brownie points.
Psych, it was a joke. Kayla. My 31-week pregnant wife.
You're one flesh. It doesn't count.
She's okay. So
Yeah.
she's automatically
She's already
All right.
included.
All right,
One
well,
left.
who's your wild card?
Well, sorry, Ruth.
Sorry, Ruth.
Yeah.
Feed her to the zombies.
R.I.P.
I'll visit your grave.
Much love.
So here's what they're saying here.
Please. Leave.
Look, if we're running
Keep
from
you in a basement.
Leave her out in the
if
oven
we're
with some
running
sour
from the
Skittles.
zombies, we're not gonna have premarital hand-holding. Nice try.
You're darn right.
I'm like, I don't care how, what infection's going on. That's sick.
Okay, all right.
Gross. Ew.
Nice try.
All right. Here's what they
Here,
said.
hold on to the 6 foot
So
pole.
should we ask Kaz to go from the beginning what his game plan is when the outbreak occurs?
Go ahead.
Kaz,
Day one.
it's happened. It just like beep beep
Well,
news
It's
alert.
been,
Just
it's
like-
been already
like-
going for probably like a week and a half.
A week
like
and a half.
before,
We're a
like-
week and a half in.
like-
Before
World War
news
Z style.
actually, like news actually hits people.
What is your game plan?
Well, after the initial panic attack passes, so I would figure out what I need to do. If I'm at the house, I'm like, okay, what do I need to do? I would get all the wood from the house, barricade the doors and windows, and since our road is has some houses on the road, I would go to the neighbors and see if they're not infected. And if they are, I'll give them the grace of God. If they're infected,
If they're infected.
and then
Do zombies go to hell or heaven after their second death?
All the way
I
down.
would assume they're already in one or the other.
there's no humanity
That was
left.
solid.
Their souls have
And
accident.
so, if you have to give them the mercy of God, I would go through their house, see what they have.
Mm-hmm.
Basically,
See if they have any
bring
good movies.
Bring all their stuff to my house, and then see if there's any survivors. It's basically, hey, we can either fight each other, or we can at least.
So I'll challenge you there. They say everything I have looked at today and listened to, they say you want to establish a community. You don't want to like you don't
Fight.
want to
No
start.
lone
No
wolves.
infighting.
They say lone wolves and vigilantes. It's like a good movie plot, but you want all the help you can get. So I would say lock down Wolf Road, and create try and create a
Farm.
farm,
sort.
and delegate jobs and try and do stuff like that.
Barricade the roads.
Yep. But everyone says that you should go to obviously the country, like in the sticks, and to mountains. That's where you want to go. And they say like small towns or whatever. Like the CDC has a whole thing.
Like
They
a
say here's
small
what you need.
town,
We
someone.
have 0 mountains here in Delaware.
Yeah, we're done.
Yep.
Water. You need. This is what happens. You need 1 gallon per person per day for washing, eating, whatever. That's what you're supposed to have. And if you don't have that
You're dead.
over
That's
a couple weeks, you're gonna die.
1 gallon
Food.
per person.
Stock up on non-perishable items that you eat regularly. I would die because I don't have any stockpile here.
You can't eat anything.
And it would be just like the ant war. We'd all run to food
Royal
line
Farms.
to get here.
The zombie apocalypse.
fried chicken.
The zombie apocalypse will break out. Cameron lasted 2 months, not because of the zombies, but because of the bread.
Yeah, the
The gluten would overpower him.
Got him.
That's what it is. We're all fighting against zombies, and he's fighting against menus.
Yeah. He's just covered in bread, like no, and then he melts.
What took out Cam during the zombie apocalypse? Wheat.
Oh,
Whole grain bread.
that is too funny.
They left the gluten in there.
The rash is killing me. All right, medication, tools and supplies, utility knife, duct tape, battery-powered radio, sanitation and hygiene, household bleach, soap, towels, clothing and bedding, a change of clothes for each family member, and blankets. important documents, keep those. First aid supply. Nobody has this stuff though.
I have some of this. I have a question.
It'll maybe last you about a month though.
What is the difference between household bleach and outdoor bleach? Is there?
Also, why do you need important documents? Like, do I need to?
like your passport.
I'm alive.
Travel
Isn't that
visa.
good enough?
All right, yeah, if the zombie apocalypse pops off, I don't think I'm gonna be worried about the title to my car.
No, but you will need bottle caps.
Yeah, bottle
Another
caps go a
Fallout
long
reference.
way. Nuka-Cola.
Yeah. I'm so thank you. I'm what I do without you.
It says, so we're following the CDC guidelines. Number 1,
I haven't followed them
identify
at
the
all.
types of emergencies that are possible in your area. Besides the zombie apocalypse, this may include floods, tornadoes, or earthquakes. If you are unsure, contact your local, whatever. Number 2, pick a meeting place for your family to gather in case zombies invade your home.
Cam's house.
Can you imagine having this conversation like, all right, family meeting.
If the zombie apocalypse
Save
happens,
ammo. Use melee weapons to like get.
what? Use what weapons?
Invade your home, or if you evacuate
Melee.
because of hurricane.
Melee?
They always
Melee.
they're adding
Melee.
zombie apocalypse,
Melee.
but then they're adding real things like hurricane in it to make it not sound as cringy.
Oh, look at this bad boy.
Number 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you want to save that ammo, like one time at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you knife in the first round. Everybody knows it.
You beat him with a shovel, and then you
Yeah.
pull out the "You Are My Person" knife, and then you just jab him.
Yep.
Would you like surround your house with zombies to ward off the zombies?
I would get out of this town.
Dude, Cassie is
Would you
ready
go back to
now.
Greenwood?
I'd go back to Greenwood. I would leave this for sure because there's too many people in a town.
Mm-hmm.
Depending on we're basing a lot of this off of Hollywood as far as what can the zombies do.
My town would be good. It's small and it's all old people.
There's a lot of knives around here right now.
My town.
All right, number
would
3,
not be.
identify your emergency contacts. Make a list of local contacts such as the police, fire department, and your local zombie response team. Also, identify an out-of-state contact that you can call
I
during
should-
emergency.
Who's on the zombie response team
Yeah, I-
board that I need to talk to?
I want to
just
know
me
who's
and
on my
Kaz.
local zombie response team.
Can we
I wanna
look
put
that up?
Can we get that on the ballot? It seems like people
Excuse
always,
me. It's like a bunch of
like the
debates,
town meeting.
primary
you
debates.
at the town meeting.
What is your stance and what are you doing to protect us from the impending apocalypse?
Let me
And
look
they'd be
this
like,
up.
I've gathered a
Delaware.
bunch of 3/4-inch pap.
We have Space Force, but where's our zombie force?
Let's call Michael and say, "What's your stance on the zombie apocalypse? What are the
Gonna call
procedures
him.
you're putting in place?"
What
No, it's
zombie
11 night.
response?
We'll call him.
Call him at 5 in the morning and ask him.
That's what we should. Do.
Let's see. The Green River Trail Zombie Response Team. That's on Facebook. I don't know if that's technically in Delaware.
Number 4, plan your evacuation route. When zombies are hungry, they won't stop until they get food,
Mm-hmm.
which means you need to get out of town fast. Plan where you would go and multiple routes you would take ahead of time so that the flesh eaters don't have a chance. This is also helpful when a natural disaster strikes and you have to take shelter. Cool?
Definitely go to the hardware store first.
A lot of people said Home Depot or whatever, you might be able to create a fort in there with a bunch of people. Like
You'd
there
have
would be
enough supplies and material. I mean, even if they broke in somehow, you could
Right.
fight them off with
You have supplies,
an
but you don't have food there.
endless amount of weapons. Well, they have snacks up front.
Yeah, they
It's
do.
gonna
But
last
you
you.
would have to go out at night and pillage and loot.
I mean, I'm not saying you
loot
stay there
pillage.
forever, but
You
like,
have to eventually start going through houses and like
right,
that's what you
but
have
why
to do.
at night?
Because zombies.
because
in the
zombies.
movies,
'cause
they
they're
don't-
asleep.
I would rather deal with zombies in the day
That's
where I
very
can
true.
see them than
I
at
don't-
night.
I would
Yeah,
think
they're
that's
the
at night.
masters of
Don't
the
they
night.
sleep?
No,
No, they're
No.
dead.
they have
They're dead.
no.
Listen, one second, one second,
eternally
guys. I need my
sleeping.
8 hours.
So I can't find a Delaware
I miss Plants vs. Zombies.
zombie response team, but Delaware County in
Playing a whole bunch of
Ohio
sunflowers and pea shooters.
has a zombie outbreak
That's what you do.
tactical response team.
If you're going to barricade your doors and all you have is wood, use a 2x12 or a 4x4. Those
Yes.
are the best ones.
No, you just use
Start
that. The next
cutting
door
your-
house would become
All your
like
tree,
a,
yeah. Take your neighbor's house,
your
infected
neighbor's
or
house.
not, steal their house.
Oh, this is back
Steal
in
their money, steal their land.
2011.
Tie him to a tree. My house now, buddy.
I mean, if he's not infected, you want that guy on your side.
I think Greenwood
So
would be a good
tying
place.
Well, you
just need,
tie him
like,
to a tree, and the zombies are
you just need
attracted to him.
food.
All right, we're going to pioneer
That's
rules.
the big thing.
That's
Just food and
plain
water.
murder, bro.
Yes, but that's how we win. This is pioneer rules.
I know, but you could have him as an ally, though. So it's like,
Yes,
dude,
but less allies are better because less opportunity for someone to turn their back on you. So I'm
I guess
tying him to a
somebody-
tree.
Would you ever betray somebody?
Yes.
Cam?
I mean, I'm
Like
not
Like at
gonna-
first, like you got to betray people to really
I
get
would-
your group and then set.
Yes.
It depends.
I guess
Would
if
you
the-
welcome if another group was coming? You know, like
If a zombie
Jacob and
apocalypse
Esau.
happened, what would that do to your biblical worldview?
I said,
I'd
well,
look at the Bible like, I don't see this.
It's not happening.
Must have missed this part.
that's it.
I never thought
This must have been in one of those hidden
When does the
books.
rapture happen
Yeah.
exactly?
Those mid tribbers.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm
it
a,
does
I'm
say-
a post-tribber apparently.
It does say the dead in Christ shall rise first.
Yeah, we which alive remain.
Yeah.
Is Mystic caught up?
Yeah. People think, well, it says the dead in Christ shall rise first, and before Jesus or before Jesus ascended up to heaven last time,
He was around for 40 days.
40 days, and the dead people, the 500 that raised from the dead or whatever,
Walked around.
walked around for 100 days.
I
So
think-
people think the dead in Christ shall rise first. Some people think there's going to be a 40-day gap between the graves opening up.
And the rapture. Or
That would be the
So
first.
Yeah, yeah.
zombie Charles Spurgeon is,
So in other
is
words,
walking around.
Well, I think Sam Gipp
That's what he says.
believes
yeah.
this. Yeah, he says that he thinks for 40 days people are going to walk around and proclaim Christ before
Yeah. And then at the end, we're out.
because the dead in Christ.
That's what
Yeah.
happened when Jesus resurrected.
Yeah, so he's like the dead in Christ will rise first, and then after 40
then we
days,
which are
in a
alive
twinkling of
remain.
an eye
Yeah.
will.
So that's horrifying.
Well,
Oh man,
Yes,
they're gonna be
it'll be a
walking
rough
around
40
telling
days.
all of us how we were
Try-
wrong.
let's be zombies for 40 days. It's like they're just trying to get you to heaven. You know,
These
like
guys just keep
shooting
going to
like-
my door getting food.
Yeah,
you know I'm a Christian.
shooting them like JWs.
You repent.
Do you have time to talk about Lord and Savior? Zombies.
The end is nigh.
Rand Paul, Brad Pitt.
No.
Yes, totally Brad Pitt.
Who's your wild card?
No.
Brad Pitt's pretty strong.
He's old.
Just because
Yeah,
Brad
but he-
Pitt
but
did
he's
it in
in
the
good
movie
shape.
doesn't mean he can do it in real life.
Shut your little mouth.
Can't do
you
it.
Smelly weirdo. But
Here's a
yeah,
wild
Rand
card.
Paul, Brad Pitt, and my wild card would be Drew Dober. He's a UFC fighter, and he scares me. He's so fast and agile. I would definitely want him.
Okay.
I might not
do you know
have-
what's faster? A car
I can't pick
and a
it.
gun.
I know, but that's what
I know, but people
that's-
with the
Brad-
plethora of those things.
I know, but yeah. Well, Rand Paul and Brad Pitt have a crazy amount of guns.
I would
so-
take somebody. I would change my actor from Keanu Reeves to somebody in a martial arts movie, like Donnie Yen or something like that.
Are
Well-
we counting I count Michael Jordan as an actor. He was in Space Jam.
Why would you pick him though?
He's got
Because
money.
he can dunk
Dude,
on
money.
other
That's what we're
zombies.
looking. I'm looking for.
I love how the zombie apocalypse
It would
pops
take
off, and
just-
Harrison's just like, "Who's the richest people I can think of?"
Seriously.
Money was irrelevant
Money count
I know
in
money's
about
irrelevant.
10 days.
Yeah.
if
I need
the
properties.
economy collapses, money means nothing.
Mhm.
So you
Yeah.
need. So at
They
this
say
point,
in
you
10
need
days-
I want people
You
with
need skills.
It's bartering and trading. It's
Exactly.
food. It's food and guns and,
bottle
ammo.
caps.
That matters.
Jeff
If
Bezos.
somehow the military
They don't
keep-
know.
They have
Yes.
shelters.
They have
They have
stuff.
they have
Yeah.
property.
They
and
have
shelters.
things. They've already
Listen.
prepared for this.
Apparently,
zombie
the government
apocalypse
has
is-
about 100 relief
So I have, to,
doomsday shelters across the
I have
U.S.
to pick Joe Biden then.
So while we're running around finding people with guns and ammo and knows how to use them, you're just over here hanging out with your Bitcoin collectors.
Yeah, I'll come back when it's all over. Like, hey guys, what's up?
Apparently,
You guys have been struggling out here the whole time. It's crazy. I'm watching.
You're gonna hang
Reruns.
out with Elon and then his kid,
Watching
whose name is a
reruns.
math equation.
just chilling.
Just chilling. Yeah.
It
He's
apparently
gonna eat you.
it says it would just take 100 days for the zombie infection to decimate the world's population.
Why? Why?
Yeah.
All right, here we go.
These are
A
obviously
real-life zombie outbreak would leave the world's population in tatters, with fewer than 300 survivors left just under 100 days into the infection. Assuming,
300?
all right, just let me read this. Assuming a zombie can find one person each day with a 90% chance of infecting victims with
90.
the zombie infection, the students from the University of Leicester Department of Physics and Astronomy suggest that by day 100 there would be just 273 remaining human survivors, outnumbered 1,000,000 to 1.
I like my odds against the ants better. Well, they were saying there was something. There was a statistic if you
So
fought,
anybody who's ill at all, immediately gone.
yeah. Well, there was a
Old
bracket
people,
thing
no more old people, no more sick. This might actually be a good calling thing.
in order.
Call them.
If everybody in the world was in a one-on-one fight against each other, you'd only have to win 30 times.
I can do that.
Like if everybody just kept like 1-on-1 death match. You don't have to win 30 times.
So okay.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So here's the question, because this is what everybody wants to know. Who at
There's
this
only 300 people left in day one. Do you know how much food's
All right.
there? A lot.
I mean, Dustin was just.
I'm gonna put this in air quotes. Realistically,
You're telling me they can't lock themselves in a house for 24 hours?
What are you saying?
realistically, everybody in this room is going to die eventually during
Yeah.
the zombie apocalypse.
No.
What's the order? Who goes first?
I'll go first.
Why you sound like you want to?
That's it.
Yeah, I'll do it. Okay. So, all right. So who's the order? Who makes it the longest in the zombie
I'm
apocalypse?
just saying, if I'm in the zombie apocalypse, push him to shove. Like I know where I'm going. Like is
Maybe
if I
at that
off-
point, but I hope this is all.
Yeah.
Harry's will to live is not as high as I would like it to be.
No. But he's gonna change his mind when he's being eaten.
No, I'm saying like I'll try to live, but like
Halfway through,
All right, realistic at this table right now.
I'm
who
you're
makes
talking
it the
about
longest?
who
gonna
has
be-
who
it's
has
gonna
guns at
be-
this table right
it's
now?
gonna- it's gonna
Who does
be-
not have guns at this table? Harris. So
Cameron would
saying,
probably
I
last
know.
the longest.
I
everybody's
don't
like
think so. I was
long
gonna say
everybody's carried.
Dustin for sure. Dustin just was on the drills, and he was outside for 3 days straight, sleeping outside.
Yeah, so he
Man.
lasts the longest.
Like, how fun is that? It was freezing and raining.
The worst I've ever done was when I slept outside for 15 days straight, and it was the worst field exercise I've ever done in my life. Longest I've ever been sleeping outside was either Afghanistan or JRTC. I slept in a tent for a month.
As a general rule, I try not to do that ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's fair.
I think I start complaining about camping if it goes over 15 hours.
Yeah, I work outside, so after about 8 hours, I'm done. I'm like,
I'm ready for my lunch break.
yeah.
So apparently, you have to be able to run. If you're gassed after a mile of running, you're gonna die. Apparently,
Yes.
Yeah,
that's what they're saying right here. Like,
We've already been over this.
the average person can't walk 10 miles, so they're just
Oh, I can do that.
What?
I can walk 10 miles.
the average person can't walk 10 miles. a
10
day.
I mean-
miles? That's not.
Can
So
you?
best cities to be in are
None of
Orlando, Florida, Salt Lake City.
Why? What?
I don't know.
Orlando?
I don't know why, but these are the best cities for
So many
surviving.
people, though. There'd be so many people.
For surviving, I don't know. Salt Lake City, Utah, Honolulu, Portland, Colorado, Tampa, Florida, Springfield. All these are sort of standalone cities.
Portland.
Portland.
Portland already
we're
looks
gonna
like
New
resurrect
York
Jazz. We're
would
gonna
be
resurrect Jazz.
just New York City. I was just there to buy that car. Would just
What a
just
disaster!
people on top of people on top of
Literally.
people.
Yeah.
Like,
Like those apartment complexes,
dude, they're just stacked.
it's a disaster. Like people like they're gonna be barricaded in their apartments and literally just starve to death there.
Yeah. I mean, they do that now.
Yeah.
They would just honestly they would just jump out the windows.
Do that.
Okay, so the lowest share of population in bad health is these places. Highest share of population in bad health: Detroit, Cleveland, Daytona, Petersburg, Jersey, Brownsville, Texas. Lowest walk score is Sunrise Manor, Nevada, Port Lucia, Florida, Cape Coral, Florida, Clarksville, Tennessee, Chesapeake, VA, and Fayetteville, North Carolina. That's the lowest walking score. Highest walking score: Fullerton, California, Orange, California, San Francisco, California, Sonoma, California, New York City. So these people are walking a lot.
So wait,
I
but
don't
that
even know any
doesn't
of those
mean,
places.
that
No, I
doesn't
don't
necessarily mean that you're gonna live.
This is a
This-
great chart. Highest share of available homes with bunkers: Kansas City,
Okay, now we're talking.
Syracuse, New
yeah.
York,
Bunkers.
Syracuse, New York,
They
Grand
have
Rapids,
bunkers in
Michigan,
Syracuse.
Providence, Rhode Island.
Wait, what was the Michigan
I
one?
wouldn't want to be in Providence. Rhode Island. That's so
Highest
many
share of available homes with bunkers.
Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's
Watch
a
a
good
little
one.
zombie basketball.
people. You're right by Detroit, though.
Do what?
You're right by Detroit's right around the corner.
Detroit is a ghost city now.
All right, lowest. Here's the lowest share of homes with bunkers. Sunrise Manor. I've always wanted to build a bunker.
Greenwood.
No, I'd love to.
I know same thing.
Laredo, Texas. That's weird. Enterprise, Nevada. Miramar, Florida. Santa Clara. I don't know. Most hunting gear stores per 100,000 living residents. That would be very helpful. Fort Lauderdale, Miami, Florida, Springville, Missouri, Chattanooga, Tennessee, Honolulu. hunting gear.
I know,
That's interesting.
hunting's pretty big over there, I
100,000,
think.
right?
Yeah, most
You see,
hunting
like,
gear
what, two
stores.
So yeah, this.
All right,
yeah.
here's the fewest
Two
gear
stores.
stores per
Right.
100.
I feel like
Sunrise
Honolulu might be
Manor.
the best way to
Sunrise
go.
Manor, Nevada keeps showing up on this list.
Mm-hmm.
Nevada's
They're
ready.
not prepared.
Honolulu, it's an island.
Paseta, Texas, Irvine, California, Montgomery, Alabama. Supermarkets would be helpful, but they're just going to get wiped out.
Yeah, supermarkets
need
are
a
going to be
place
emptied
with-
in
you're
You're
that
gonna need to
first
go to Home Depot,
12 hours.
Greenwood,
get the snacks, get the
1,100
Jack
people.
Links.
1,100 people in
Like
Greenwood.
Tennessee might not be a bad choice.
Yeah, but there's
Could you
Dollar
kill-
General's everywhere.
you just need to be in a place where you can hit like you need to basically have a stockpile, a basic 90-day thing planned out that you have. If you have a 90-day head start on having some stuff, you're gonna be fine. But the problem is a lot of these people, if this happens, or even if the grid goes down, including me, I don't have enough to survive a week, like in my house. I just don't.
I've got leftover MREs, so I can use those for the time being.
Right, but you have to have a gallon of water or whatever, fill up the bathtub, you know, whatever. But you have to have that stuff to survive. But the people who have that stuff, aka my brother and probably my dad, they have that stuff initially already.
Kazi, are you ready for the zombie apocalypse? Like, if it happened today, would you be ready?
How long would you last?
Years.
We do have stuff in the basement.
Don't say too much. Don't say too much.
Don't tell us all the secrets.
Just ask, are you ready? Yes or no?
How many?
You can
weeks?
say you have stuff in the basement, but you also have the most guns I've
Yeah, we
ever
have
seen
some stuff in the
under one roof.
basement.
So if anyone wants to come and get them, like, you gotta really be brave.
Yeah.
I'm saying
we
really
got,
brave.
We got dogs, and I have
Yeah, they have working line German shepherds that are trained to bite and dismantle body parts.
Yes.
Did it to Meredith's hands.
There's there's like
And if-
5
and if
shepherds
the
at that
dog-
house.
And the zombies did come, we would just move all the dogs into the basement so they don't get bit.
Every time I've ever
No, Meredith has literally right now 11 puppies.
Yeah, but you
in
don't want
1
those
year-
biting the zombies.
Dude, they're expendable. You keep breeding the dogs and just making war hogs.
I
just
think
like,
you save the dogs for scavengers
or food.
who come to steal your stuff. Dogs attack them, but you don't want dogs biting zombies because then they
I
get
will
infected.
shoot
They
the
turn
people.
into
Then it turns into I Am Legend and your dog.
yeah,
gets
dude.
sick.
You don't want.
Turns out I am a legend.
Yeah, that
don't get
backfires
that-
because
I'm
then you
training
have
the- I'm-
13 zombie
dogs-
German
Do
shepherds.
dogs get? Do animals are being zombies now too?
Yeah, bro. Anything can get
Animals
get
infected.
COVID.
It's a
Animals
virus.
will die.
No.
COVID.
And I Am Legend, that didn't happen, did it?
What
Yeah,
if
it
they lick-
did.
What if they?
His dog
if they-
turned to a zombie. He had to kill it.
Cam, they eat a
Sad.
zombie. They eat a
Dogs don't
zombie.
get COVID.
Cam, if Mia eats a zombie, you're gonna let that dog lick your face? No, you're asking to get sick that way.
Yeah,
I guess
bro.
you're right.
You got to put her down.
Detroit, Michigan,
Sorry, Mia.
fewest supermarket.
Like the little neck choke. It's a tough one, dude. Nobody's ready for that.
All right, to whoever can read this transmission, the survivors colony has moved to Orlando, Florida from Huntington Beach, California, our most zombie resistant city.
Nah, dude, I would tell everybody like they went that way. Like everybody like left this town and it's like just
A
beach
good
on the
idea
town.
is get in the water because they can't swim apparently because they say motor skills.
But then,
But then
that's
The
you're-
boat
such-
gets infected.
then you're
no,
pruny.
the boat gets infected.
Like people on the boat, you're like, oh,
No, but like that's such a temporary,
Yeah, you can't eat
short-term fix.
Yeah.
well, basically, you're just trying to
Hawaii.
sail to coast to coast to coast and literally scavenge and loot houses.
and just live in
'Cause-
like,
and
Living
Hawaii.
as a pirate.
You basically that's what you're doing. You're not just having to. You can go all up and down the coast anywhere you want, and kind of have your way as far as like trying to find
What if you
food.
go,
Or
like,
whatever.
to
You always have
Alaska-
water because you can
like,
always.
to like the southern part of Alaska and you're like just crabbing the whole entire time.
You just don't even know. You're just like, that's what I'm saying. Like, another theory is you could go to a supermarket with a bunch of people or whatever, and there's freezers or whatever, but you're gonna lose electricity at some point. But there's enough food in there, and if you made that a fort,
Yeah. They've
also
done a
make a
video.
Lowe's a fort. They said if you took a bus, which is a good idea, take a bus, reinforce it, steel or whatever, drive it up to the top of a like a parking garage barricade. That'd be pretty solid.
Yeah.
Except for the no food.
Yes, but
I
you
feel
have
like
to.
you
In every scenario, you
And
have to go out
Yeah.
and get food and risk your. That's when it's like, all right, this is
Only-
getting sporty.
Only if the bus has spikes in the front.
Also, a good idea is someone said, find a military unit. Dustin, wake up.
I'm awake.
I know you're tripping on us. And just be like stink on skunk on them. Just stick with the military. Just like wherever they are, just be like wherever they are.
Until they leave you behind.
Say, hey, is it too late to enlist?
Coast Guard. That's what you want to do. Just right on the coast.
That's easy to get
look at
into.
it. Eating up by zombies.
Well, the benefit of being on the coast is if you're landlocked, all the farmers are going to get turned into zombies, and that's the benefit of being on the coast. You can just steal someone's boat and go fishing.
Being a farmer, it would be actually the clutch thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Until you still need fuel in your tractor, and then you have
Make
to
it
just
yourself out of
They
corn.
just,
go back to the old.
how'd they farm before they had tractors?
Yep.
Ox.
With the
I mean, how
Hoe.
much food do you plan to
Donkeys.
make? To
Hoe.
wife. Send the wife out there.
In your case, both.
Clean.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. That was a joke, Mackenzie. Said hoe. He said wife. You didn't even get it until right then, did you?
Wife was like, he's not gonna call her a hoe. He did.
Well, oof.
When I said hoe, as in I was trying to get a joke in, and then that was the only one that presented itself. I'm just joking. Mackenzie, you're not.
She's not either.
No.
True.
She's not either of those things.
No.
I do have another question, though.
All right,
Good
guys, you got a question? Go.
So if you had like a month to prepare, like the government said that this weird things are happening, this weird virus is going on, people are turning to zombies, and you had like
Yeah, it wouldn't happen like immediately. You'd see the signs coming.
would
It would be like
Almost
2020.
Yep.
Honestly,
I don't know, I
Like,
feel
it was like how long did it? You heard about something in January, but it really didn't hit until March, state of the emergency.
Well, it was called COVID-19.
Most
So
things.
I started hearing about it in literally like September. Like, oh, there's something weird going on, and that was 19.
I think it would take only a couple of weeks for like.
I mean, people are turning to
America.
people are
I
turning to
actually
zombies.
think if there was one zombie turned up, we'd all be pretty much like, oh snap, and we'd be crushing heads pretty quick. Like,
Yeah.
everyone would
turn on each other really fast.
like if there's one zombie caught on video, like, look, everyone's just barricading in or just storming the
But
stores.
if let's say hypothetically we had a month, because I think it would take a couple weeks for America to be like just done.
Mm-hmm.
But let's say if we had a month, realistically, I would procrastinate until right before.
I think you'd die pretty quick.
Yeah.
It's like you run into the supermarket, just grab all the sodas. People are grabbing water. You're just like grabbing the soda.
There's Mountain Dew all over the place, man.
Yeah, there's a difference between surviving and living. So-
Just be perfecting your skills on Cold War.
You're grabbing like Twinkies and
I would probably like
ice cream, perishable stuff. Like you walk out with so much ice cream. You're like, what's he doing?
I would be mostly focused on just going out with a bang. Like I would get the weapons and the ammunition, and then I'd be like, today's the day. And I would like hit the soundtrack of the zombie apocalypse, whatever that is, and I'd just walk out and be like, I'd be like, don't wait for me to come home. And I'd just be like, and I would just go out having a blast.
if you were getting like on the ground being like bitten, would you just off yourself, call it a day?
Yeah.
Like,
I was just
like, all right, well, it was a good run.
Let me say, as much as I would love to just go out and shoot and stab stuff, I'm saving one bullet.
I'm like,
Just in case.
All right, I killed like 5 of them. It's 5 less you to deal with, and I'll take care of myself. That's 6 less. You're welcome.
Dynamite.
Yeah, it would benefit to know some explosives, some stuff.
To know Jesus.
Yeah, but what I
Just
was
get
thinking-
the Army hand guide for Fieldcraft. It'll tell you how to make IEDs.
Know this, that if the zombie apocalypse still happened, we'd still put out weekly episodes.
Every Monday.
Kazzy, what'd you have?
Every
I was
Monday.
thinking if, saying like if we had a month and it's people are like we got the video and like say dad if the church was like okay to all the members of the church he's like okay we're either meeting at my house and we're fortifying
Stink to have to shoot
my
your
house
church
and
members.
dad's house or we're all meeting at the
Sorry.
church and fortifying
Like,
the church
Sorry, only tithing
bring all
members
your-
allowed.
Yeah, only
cars building materials, gun, food, everything, and just you have a month to prepare.
Yeah.
So you basically make everyone that you bring to your area, you basically fortify, and then basically just wait for it to happen.
Yeah.
So
He'd
it's
be
like,
like, I've always not liked that guy.
I think
he's infected.
Yeah,
I didn't get
so
bit.
too.
No, I saw it happen.
I use a sword for this.
End of Gideon.
End of Gideon.
Pencil. Yeah.
Zombie apocalypse.
That's it.
We would.
Is there hope for humanity, or is it kind of like, because World War Z is like, oh, like they slowly rebuild. That's a lot of slowly rebuild. That's a lot of.
All I know is all that Daniel 70th week better hurry up because he ain't got much time if it starts. It's like.
It would.
I mean, I feel like the zombies would be way easier to deal with than the ants. Cause like, okay, it's human sized. Yeah, I would go in a day. Yeah, it's like it's easier to dismember a zombie than like deal with all the little ants.
What am I hearing right now? That zombie apocalypse would be easier to manage than the war with ants?
Yeah. It's easier to hit a person than it is to like hit all those ants.
Bro, if I stomp, I'm killing them by the thousands.
No.
I would not say it was easier to maintain than the ant war, but I would say that I would still win.
You just have to,
it doesn't matter.
like you have to have
Ants,
like the
zombies,
anything.
12-year-olds.
Not
I'm
gorilla.
winning.
I know I'll lose
wooden
against gorillas
spikes
every
facing
time.
out, and
They-
as the zombies, just keep slowly just somebody's on stabbing
at what
duty.
point do we just dig holes in like trenches? Like my job
That's
for
where
the
the
rest
ants
of my
get you.
life is
Yeah.
digging
Like
this moat around my house
a narrow
and
pathway.
putting sticks and sharp pointy objects in the bottom of the moat.
Well, that would be like
And
I
I
Am
just
Legend.
keep digging deeper for the rest of my life. And then they just walk into it. And then as they try and make their way up,
I
you just
mean,
poink,
yeah.
poink.
You
Like,
still want them if they're moating, like you still want like
Moating.
a single
Yes.
path where you're like, hey,
but they're not smart.
I
They don't
know
know.
they're
They don't know.
like you're like
They're just like,
I don't know. You say they don't know, but there's movies where sometimes they'd be opening doors.
Yep.
it just depends on the IQ, I guess,
Yeah.
of the zombie.
depends on which franchise we're talking about.
Jokes on them. I'll put the push on the thing when it's actually a pull. They'll never know.
They'll never get
They'll
him.
never get there.
They'll never get him.
Jokes on them.
Do you think if your door was a pull door and they would all be pushing against it, do you think they had the motor skills to open a door? I don't think they would. I think they would just be pushing.
But honestly, think about this. Okay,
So they just
And
break out
cut
the windows.
cut a hole in the thing and just keep stabbing.
dude, the zombie teeth get
Our regular human teeth.
right regular human teeth. That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Human teeth. Now they're dead bodies. This guy's we're losing.
Sorry.
Dustin's gone,
He's
bro.
leveled out. He's,
Dustin looks like a zombie right now.
I feel
Dustin
like
always he starts it off like what the pow, and then we always ended out.
well, I got
Are
him
you
at
talking
4
about
today.
like are their
I
teeth
know.
gonna
And
are their
whose
teeth
fault
gonna
is
rot
that?
out?
Mine.
So listen, if you like, if I bite my hand right now, I'm gonna have to bite really hard to break skin. Zombie teeth, I feel like they're
that's-
rotting people. Their teeth are probably falling out.
But that's
how
the
hard
thing.
do they have to bite to actually even?
Yeah,
that's the thing is-
Zombie teeth are softer than ant teeth.
That's the thing, though, is you don't have to bite really hard to break
You
skin.
just need to draw blood.
It's really hard for you to bite hard enough to break skin. Your brain, like, will not let you do it.
Let me bite your hand.
But you could see, yeah. To me, you could bite me hard enough easily, but your brain will not let you bite yourself
Mike
hard
Tyson bite that guy's ear off.
enough. So easy, so easy. He
I
did
just
it.
feel like rotten teeth are just like. I mean, how many of these people don't have dentures and they fall out and they're just like gumming you to death?
They would be rapidly like decomposing.
Yes.
So like I guess so as time progresses on, the zombie apocalypse would get easier,
Yeah.
right?
I guess. They're
Yeah.
decaying at a quicker rate.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if you just like turn the freezer off and it just is real hot?
Ugh. Oh, it would smell so bad.
It's nasty.
Apparently, there's some type of spray that
Febreze.
someone like a university brought up a thing. They made a zombie spray where It's the two chemicals that a decomposing body makes. So
Mhm.
basically, you could spray yourself, and the zombies don't know you're living.
Well,
So you're like,
Wait, this is like
Walking
a
on
real thing that people
sunshine.
made?
yes.
Mhm.
And it's literally just the stuff that comes out of dead people when they're decomposing. So you smell like a.
I
smell really bad.
actually saw this
So you just do
Go ahead,
that.
Cass.
It's,
I would take the
I'm not-
zombie.
I'm not sure how valid the video was, but they say the military just has this plan because they have this area where these people strategize, and they made a plan for the zombie attack. But like I said, I don't know how valid that video
I
was.
mean, if the people are ready for aliens, I think they're ready for zombies. I'm just gonna paint the doors with zombie guts, like the children of Israel.
Dustin's capping on.
Dustin literally just went, bro, and I'm totally zooming in on it when I edit this video.
Fine, he's right there.
What are we at? We're almost at 2 hours.
We're done.
We gotta wrap this up.
We're done. All right,
Gospel
Here,
drop.
I'll do the gospel. Jesus saves.
Harry, you got it.
People are crazy.
I didn't think of a verse.
Oh, just skip the gospel.
Well, Jesus said, "I am the way, the truth, the life." And in the zombie apocalypse, or anyway,
If you find yourself in
Kinda.
a zombie apocalypse and you're listening to this episode,
people are
Find
gonna
something better to
get
do.
serious religious during that time. Finding God, trying to find Jesus. Where are you gonna go? And that's always the question. I hope you know for sure where you're going when you die, or if you rise again from the dead and your body gets dismembered afterwards. Where would you go after that part? I don't know. Ain't no purgatory. It's either heaven or hell. I hope you're in the right place. Jesus Christ is the way. I hope you've accepted him. Talk to us. We'd love to show you from the Bible. And you can know for sure he can prepare for eternity and prepare for the zombie apocalypse.
Amen.
So don't
All right.
get caught lacking.
Oh, I thought you were done. Sorry. All right. So stupid. Thank you guys for tuning in. We love you all. Like, subscribe, donate if you want, buy a shirt. Peace out. In a zombie apocalypse, calm down.
Calm down.
It's fine. Not
Ish.
bitch.
Use your neighbors as human shields.